You know, Night at the Roxbury. That's about as rated as it should be. I was gonna say underrated. That's not true. But, sort of techno, groovy, disco-y beats made me think of it. We're keeping it super cash right now, since my fiance's in the other room on an important call, and she's asked that I not have the volume at screaming obscenities. So, even though we're here at the exciting conclusion of the fourth trial, wrought with mystery, perils, and intrigue, we're gonna keep it cash. Because what's more casual than a couple homicides here and there, right? Super cash. Mew casually modified the program to add a special wall to the world.
The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found two such walls in the virtual world.
In a casual sort of way. Hey, super cash.
It's
You
unclear
can't,
whether Mew added the wall
you
by
can't
the
see it,
mansion
but whenever I go
or
super
the wall near
cash,
the
I am
chapel.
doing finger gums. It's unclear whether the wall Mew added was by the mansion or near the chapel. Well, I mean, does it matter per se?
We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't be
through.
naive,
Jesus.
Luigi.
Oh my god. Why did that scare me? Oh, I'm so glad
What
no
is
one's
it,
watching.
Kaido?
That just... I don't know what I thought was going on, but that really Whew, okay. Keeping it cash, Kaido. Keeping it cash. Oh god, 7 9's here. Okay, you didn't see that
You
7
set
9.
up a weird wall like that?
Ahem. Keeping it cash.
That is suspicious. But it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
I don't know. Nope, I'm not. No one can prove I did. There's not a VOD of it anywhere. I might have to highlight that. That was pretty that was pretty great. It was a random ass jump scare from Kaido.
Nothing to do with it.
Ahem, excuse me.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
He occasionally Kaido comes off as like a gonna take that from Kaido. Occasionally he comes off as like a 1920s-esque detective, like, yes, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. You damn fool, mashy. Just every so often he seems to slip into that. Alright, well, let's sword fight Kaito. It's like sword fighting a child. Yes,
We
he
gotta
is.
figure out
Not wrong. Wrong
is
one.
how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking about the impossible?
It's Mew's avatar. Let me refresh that real quick. Her Muse is set by an object. Yep, sure is.
It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
What's on Kaito's mind? I have to settle his concerns before going any
What we
further.
gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking about the... It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
I do like the idea that he
No,
won't let
wait
me
just a
speak
second. It's not actually
until I
impossible
beat
at
him in a
all.
mental sword game.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
There we go.
I'll cut through your words.
Alright, what's going on, man? We're keeping it super cash for now because my fiance's on an important call and has
The
asked me to
wall
not
wasn't
be
the only
screaming
thing that you
obscenities, so it's
changed.
super cash for now. It's casual Friday around here. And there's no jump scares in the game at all while it's super cash. Anyway,
She also changed her avatar settings from human
yeah, it's casual
to
Friday.
object.
Super cash. Hey, crack open some rum, because we're all super casual around here. Hey. Super cash. Smooth.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Why of all people would she treat... Well, I mean, obviously she was planning a murder, but... Is Kibo classified? They said everyone else is human, but strictly he is a robot, which is more object than human, per se.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says.
Yes, a point I would have brought up naturally, Kaito, had you just let me speak, but hey, you know, you tread all over my conversation, because that's a super casual thing to do.
I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble.
Nothing's more casual than bickering and arguing over a murder case. Hey. That is Robo.
So totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
I don't know if dissing is the appropriate word here.
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
Hey, Kaido's being super cash right now. We appreciate it round here, Kaido.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
We're just ignoring
It's pretty
Kokichi.
funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
I appreciate people just sort of ignoring Kokichi at this point. It has shown some character growth.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
Except for him, but you know.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through, then her secret route was through that wall?
Indeed, although I think it's safe to assume... I don't know which wall she made. She could have made the one in the middle or the one on the edges. Whichever one she made, she clearly sabotaged the one in the middle so that she could sneak around back.
That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to
Contravarious.
walk
I like how
outside
this
the
game has
map.
the tag female protagonist only for it to die in the first gen. You know what? I wasn't aware this game auto came with a female protagonist little slap on there, but let's be fair. Maki's the real hero here. Shuichi's a bumbling dumbass. Maki is the real hero here, so I think female protagonist works.
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage?
You're totally right,
As
though. That
Mew
is
said.
a bit of an oversight. No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world, literally. Well, that's called lying, Kokichi. I'm aware that you believe everything you hear immediately, like some sort of dog that got kicked in the head, but, you know, occasionally, people who are plotting murder aren't completely honest with you. So let's operate from that assumption. You stupid fuck.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Thank you, Maki. You're saying what we're all thinking.
You lied.
I wonder what the truth is.
People lying, not
There's no
in
way
my
to find out
killing game.
now.
Outrageous. The idea.
Cum-soaked urinal cake was totally
All
lying
right.
about there being nothing past the wall.
Why? What? Why would the urinal cake be? What bathrooms have you gone to? What do you do? Is that what you think urinals are for? Kokichi, no. Bad Kokichi, no. That is not what a urinal is for, Kokichi. My goodness.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Outrageous. Kokichi.
You no have to go that far.
Well, he's not wrong about that, to be fair. The urinal thing.
Stop it! Don't badmouth
Someone really should have
Mommy!
explained to him when he was younger, I suppose, but, you know.
Monotaro?
Our upbringings are all different, I guess.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore.
I mean... Yeah... Is any of that unfair, though? I'm gonna miss Kokichi insulting Mew mid-trial. Well, it probably won't
Mommy
happen after
wasn't
this,
lying.
so...
There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
I mean, there clearly was.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
There clearly was, though.
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
It's not, though. It's clearly...
Oh, shoot!
We've got this sign.
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Heard that before in my life. Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program?
But there is, though. The sign went down the river and came back this way. Or I guess that wouldn't be a hidden route. It's just there for objects. It's not very well hidden, I suppose.
If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Well, yes, obviously.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet. But
Think it
once
was to
we
kill
solve
someone,
the mystery of the
actually.
virtual world.
Think that's a been there, done that sort of thing.
Mystery of virtual world?
He
There have been a
spells
lot of
virtual the way I
strange
spell
occurrences in the
Danganronpa in
virtual
my Twitch
world.
stream titles. There have been a lot of strange occurrences.
If we can determine why,
I mean,
we will also
yeah.
determine what Mew was up to.
So who could it have been? It can't be me, because, you know, it's not the last trial yet, and they already used the "you actually did it, but we lied to you about it" strategy. It can't be Kokichi, because as soon as Mew touched him, he would have frozen. It can't be Kaito, because he was logged out. And I don't think, this is a hard don't think, on Meg Turney, because why would she have mentioned she saw Mew from the window, incriminating herself, really, when she could have just been like, shit's weird, I don't know, didn't see her, it's crazy. So I'm ruling her out, which leaves Gonta, Himiko, and Kibo, which is a curious trio to be suspicious of. So we doesn't know why Kokichi sometimes does what he does. Pretty sure neither does Kokichi. And Maki. Oh yes, and Maki. I forgot about Maki.
We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing.
It is possible that it's some sort of horrible accident. We haven't
Remember
really delved
that
into
thing
this.
that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
Oh yes, the noises and whatnot. Events that led us here. The loud noise, yes.
This is it!
I was wondering when we would get to this.
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Bang. Great effects work, me. What was that sound? Sounds as if someone was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Oh, so we're just now bringing that up?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
Did someone just yeet, Miu really
And
hard?
we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's go outside and check. Oh, no. What? That was Kibo's voice. Heard him outside.
You heard my voice too?
Yeah.
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Maybe it works differently when you're in a building.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the
Hit him
other
with the
clues
so
first.
strange bullet. Well, I'm not sure Meg Turney is a suspect. Like, let's for argument's sake say she did kill Miu, had Miu's body end up near the chapel. That is, you know, definitely a problem. She couldn't pass through the wall because she's a human. She threw it really hard, I guess.
There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Nothing like distrusting your friends for a super casual playtime. Hey, keep it casual.
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon, something that shouldn't be possible, like me in the mansion and that loud noise. I do believe it's the sign that they're okay, well, it's just play Minesweeper then, sort of, maybe. I don't know what you would call this game. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It wasn't the kitchen. It's the sign, surely, right? That we used to, yeah, get across Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, for God's sakes. There we go. The clock. Yes, that shapely clock. Very strange. It said 3:30 when it was only 3.
Odd to me. Odd how? We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Littering. It's super casual. How about the lamp? Well, I mean, I don't think that was an option. My hand slipped in a super casual sort of way.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. That's what you're most confused by, how a sign wound up in a river. Well, let me explain it to you. You were there and saw what happened. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. You should. Okay. Excuse me, I'm done playing Minesweeper. I'd like to play some Mario Kart now. Everyone give me a minute while I drive down my mental highway. Usually doesn't take that long, I suppose, but you know. You know how Sherlock has his mind palace? I have my mind I-85. I pick up mind hookers while I'm doing it. It's a good time. Just driving around in my mind convertible. That guy was driving like a maniac. He had it coming. Alright, I don't know how I missed that one. Oh, I'm done? At which point was the signboard swept away? What does that mean? When was the signboard swept away? What are my options? River, Mansion, Chapel. I mean, obviously the river, right? Yeah, that was... Alright. You know all those weird chapel sweeping aways that happened? Sweet cheese brain. You're telling me you don't think it's one big traffic accident, 7-9? Oh, hey, it's Mio on a poster. Is she super dead? I think she's super dead. That's a bit, you know, odd. Just have that plastered on the highway? Driving through, you know, Arizona or wherever we are? Come see the amazing dead woman. Watch as she doesn't do anything because she's fucking dead. Nothing more casual than a quick little roadside attraction, am I right? Hey, super cash. She is super dead in that, yeah. That is a dead woman. I'll put that on a billboard alongside the highway. Just sort of thinking, you know. Where's the end of the river? It's Chapelside. Weird that I have more questions after this. Where's the other woman going to go? I assumed it would always be 3, given the number of seats in my car. Well, one of you is going to have to get stuffed in the trunk. I know normally we wait for the end, but, you know, given space issues here... Chance for a lot of them right there, but I completely blew. Hey, cat. Alright. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? Well, the same river. Not exactly hard-hitting questions, are they? Who is that? Those are just trees being advertised. It was Mansionside. Boy, in Suichi's mind, all roads lead to Vegas. Or Reno. It really depends. Thanks for the free one. Don't know if I could miss that if I tried. Getting all the ladies. Well, I mean, he is kidnapping them. He's driving a magical car into them that kidnaps them into his passenger seat. Knowing Suichi, though, he's probably just, you know, acting as a really aggressive Uber driver. He doesn't actually know what to do with women. I say aggressive Uber driver in the way that, you know, they really need customers. Must be imaginary. Yeah, see? You get it. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Jesus, they are really... I mean, I know we're spelling it out with the little letters on the car here, but they are really spelling this out. Seems as though it flowed against the current. Ah, she just rides sort of in the middle. Alright. That was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Ah.
It connects.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a magical wall at the end of the river that lets objects through, that maybe
It appeared as though the sign was
wraps
carried
around.
against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct?
Whee!
It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there.
How long are they going to drag it out before the characters realize that the world wraps around? Because, boy, it's pulling teeth at this point.
But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
Great. I love it. I love when the answer's freaking obvious and nobody will just say
should have been
it.
near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
God, there are times in Phoenix Wright where it seems like even the characters are dragging it out. Like, oh boy. The game just won't let us say it, so we're just gonna keep talking around
Hold
the
up.
issue.
Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river.
Yep, that's the only
They left it on the
explanation.
boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Yep, makes sense.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Perfect argument.
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
Not a thing, obviously.
We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what.
Well, I've got the how. It's right here, and I'm about to brandish you with the what if you don't shut up and let me just play the damn...
All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
God, what could it be?
How?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard.
God, what does it all mean?
A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
What could have happened?
I don't know. But Shuichi should know, right?
What?
Unfortunately, Suichi's a flat earther, so he doesn't believe the world wrapped around.
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Boy, it's a mystery.
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is
So
possibly related
unnatural.
to the wall.
It's so possible. But is it true? What? Excuse, what am I answering? What clues related to the unnatural way the sign was carried on the river? The wall?
This is it!
Okay, glad I got that.
It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
Suichi hasn't played Pac-Man.
The sign
He doesn't
should
know
have
about
stopped at the
looping
wall
worlds.
on the other side of
Yes,
the chapel.
the hard-hitting, groundbreaking evidence for this case is from a video game made in 1982.
But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew said to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through.
The problem is all these kids were like -30 when that game came out, so... And it's not like they ever made
That
another
means
Pac-Man.
The signboard can pass through the wall, right?
These people are putting too much faith in Suichi's detective skills for my liking. It's also being weirdly spearheaded by Kokichi. He's all about the,
Even if it
Suichi's
could
the
pass through
only
the
one
chapel
who could
wall,
do it.
How did it end up by the mansion?
And to be fair, everyone here is a moron except for Maki, who isn't really banging that drum, so, Kokichi's not a moron, but he is definitely banging the
Wait,
drum.
do
Probably
that.
because he's up to
The wall
something.
was a warp zone, but it's not, right?
You literally just said it. That's right. Oh my god. The only way it could do that is if it's a warp zone, but it's not that. That's right. No, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it wraps around, you fucking morons. What would explain
Leave
that?
it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Boy, the writers were really proud of the plot twist being, hey, ever play Pac-Man? Or like any video game? Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. What? How did the sign board pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river. Oh my god. Could it possibly be?
That's it!
Whoa. Unbelievable.
What if both ends of the river were connected?
Outrageous. What are you talking? That's... What fantasy are you living in? Impossible, Suichi.
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
That's not a river. That's a sphere at that. You've got a ring. You've made the game Halo. Come on, man.
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
Unbelievable. That's not how water works, man.
What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Obviously, Kaito gets it. It's just not possible. It's not like it's some virtual world of made-up bullshit or anything.
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
It's not like the wall ran along the entire side and Mia was specifically categorized as an object or anything. That would be silly.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Well, it got stuck on the rock. What are you on about? In that case...
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls... they're the same wall.
That's it!
Oh my god.
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
We had to really drag this truth kicking and screaming into the light here. That was... And that's the thing. Not only did we have to drag it kicking and screaming into the light, it was already in the light. It was in an open amphitheater during noon on a hot summer day with no clouds in the sky. And the game acted like it was this big thing we had to uncover and reveal to the world. And it's like, that is the most obvious... You treat me like shit because I don't think of a swimsuit full of gravel, but this wall thing is like the mystery of the century, blowing the case wide open. Gamers wouldn't have been able to figure out a twist without a bunch of hints. No, I've never played a video game other than this one before, obviously.
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
I can draw you a diagram. It's a circle. That wall is just an arbitrary line in the middle of the circle. The river runs around it and comes back. Everything runs around the circle. It feels flat to you because it's virtual and bullshit. But the idea is it's a circle. Call it a donut instead, sure. It's a donut.
The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
We can Homer Simpson this for you. It's a donut.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
My god.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
I really don't know who did it, honestly. Like, I can see them totally being like, something happened and she wound up dead herself. She's her own killer. More importantly, I don't know who could have done it.
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret.
We haven't reached intermission yet, have we? Oh, I don't think we have, although he did just say it's the final stretch.
You already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. The secret. Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Okay, W. Yes, I knew that. Yeah, Writers lazed out on the whole River and VR thing being a loop. That whole section's about 10 minutes longer than it needed to be. I'll be perfectly honest. Can I get an A or? I think the first word is wall or walls. World maybe? Okay, yeah, it's world. Whoop, nope. I thought that was an okay. Thought that was an R. Third minigame about this loop. It's true. At least we're acknowledging that it's a world, or it's a loop at this point, right? World, it's not an R. L. Okay. Is it really gonna be World of Loops? Oh my god, it's World of Loops. Wow. Guys, we get it.
I see now.
I got it like 15 minutes ago. It's also not an anagram. I don't think you understand how anagrams work. Did you notice
Yes,
how under
that's
the
it.
Hangman's Gambit
The
it said
virtual world
anagram?
is a loop.
It's not what an anagram is.
Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example,
God, they even acknowledge it.
when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yeah. Unfucking heard of.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
Wild. Who could have seen that coming?
The virtual world loops?
For like the 5th time. Yes. Who could have seen that coming?
What in the world?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, actually.
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was
Completely
swept away.
novel 2017 concept. You know? The idea that a world loops?
It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
I don't remember the name of the game. I think it was, no, I couldn't tell you the game at all. It was completely unremarkable. It was a first-person shooter on the PS2. But, there's a Easter egg hidden in the game where if there's like a level in a train yard, and if you get into a train that is leaving, it will take you off the map. And rather than just be a kill feed or reset the level or even pop you back up on the other side, it zooms out to get like a globe of the world and does like the Indiana Jones red line thing where you travel like all over the different countries and continents and whatnot. And after about 5 or 6 seconds, it brings you right back to the other side of the level and dumps you out on the opposite end of the station. It was a pretty good joke, actually. The rest of the game was completely unmemorable, but I remember that joke really got me. Make sure you couldn't mention that stuff earlier. Ah, well, she's very dumb. Let's give her some credit. She's very dumb, in her defense.
And floated with the currents until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Not that different, I wager.
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
Unbelievable.
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
Are they really that proud of this plot twist? It's barely even a plot twist. Kaido, extremely small brain.
But at least it's not a boring answer.
It is, actually.
It also explains all the things that happen.
Yeah, I got it immediately as soon as I saw that sign.
Huh?
Simp
It
Night,
doesn't
great
explain
night.
everything, does it?
What? No, it explains. Well, alright, it doesn't explain where the hammer came from and how she was choked to death, but it explains a lot.
Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the nap loading point.
It's not a
Actually,
load point.
if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
I mean, she raises a point, actually, on that one.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Probably not. It's probably that big old wall in the middle
Not
where the loading
necessarily.
screen is.
If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion,
Everyone's real slow today. I think the virtual world, like, messed with our brains. Made us all real dumb. Except for
The
Kaido.
map
Or,
loading
except for
point is
not
where the
Kaido.
virtual
Kaido's an idiot.
world
Except for
looped.
Maki. Maki's doing alright.
we thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
It really isn't that extraordinary. There's a lot of game programs that can set up a
The
whole
loading
looping world in
point
less than
was
5 minutes.
actually at the edges.
Yeah. There's one out right now, came out pretty recently, called, like, I think it's literally Hero Loop or something like that. Loop Hero? I don't remember the exact name of it, but the idea is that you keep running on a loop. It's literally the gameplay mechanic.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion.
You'd think they'd have caught that sooner, you know?
The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
Which is why they should have caught that sooner.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
All,
Impressive, Shuichi!
all part of Kokichi's fiendish plan to make us understand how Pac-Man operated.
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
Thanks. It's only, what, the middle of case 4?
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
It was a loud, chaotic laugh. Well, I mean, loud and chaotic pretty much sum him up, don't they?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember?
Kokichi must want to prep Suichi for Free Time Event 4. Yeah, we'll get there.
Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center.
Well, yes.
Which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away
Not really
from each
impressive.
other.
The section of travel lasted way longer than it should have. Yeah, no, the... Really took a lot to explain the concept of a looping world.
But the structure of the world
You ever
wasn't
played
actually like that.
Civilization, guys? Or, you know, been outside?
There was a wall along the y-axis.
Like our actual
and
real
the
world?
x-axis came
It does
around in a
loop, you understand. If I go far enough east, I eventually show up west of where I started.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap.
Boy, you'd think an astronomer would know that. Sorry, astronaut would know that. You know, that the Earth is round, and therefore a loop. Go figure, right? Accurate Danganronpa diagram. You always love to see the accurate ones.
But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi.
You know why it's accurate?
Oh, hail our savior!
No one had to draw stairs. They drew a couple ramps, but no one actually drew stairs.
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
Wow, you have shockingly small amount of faith in your abilities there. I do too, but it's depressing that you have that little faith in you.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
What is going on? They're really laying it on thick.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Civilization, why not go with a new game? Because I played a lot of Civilization. Besides, there's still making Civ games. A game that's been around since the 80s. To be fair, Civ 1 was what? That was, oh god, that was pre-Alpha Centauri, wasn't it? That's like 96? Yeah, compared to Pac-Man, it's new. When was the first Civilization game? Besides, I've said Pac-Man like 9 times at this point. Civilization 1. Video game. It was just called Civilization back then. 91. Good lord, yeah. So yeah, Civ 1. I played Civ 2 the most. That's my favorite. Can't find it on Steam or GOG or anything. Can find Civ 3, which is hot garbage. But, you know, can't find Civ 2 anywhere. I love Civ 2. Civ 2 is great. Ah, delightful game. Held up Soichi's Fall is Harder. Try Ultimate Supreme later.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy.
I like that truly Ultimate Supreme Leader makes an acronym for Tussle. Well, Pac-Man is still good 11 years older than Civ 1. It's true, but again, I've said Pac-Man like 9 times. I wanted another example.
Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part.
And I've played a lot of Civilization, so I know that.
Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Yes, that. Thank you for
Kokichi
explaining
talking
that.
like Monokuma again.
Yeah, there's that
No
happening
matter what
too.
you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaido on purpose. Yes, but, you know, a little bit more so than usual. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. I'm gonna wait for the others to solve it. That's how I'll win. Don't act like that's how you wouldn't win. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miu. Doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve, if we can't find the culprit, it will all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Miu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miu? And that's probably intermission. Okay, yeah. See, I really like Civ 2. I wouldn't get this far. I'd have died a few chapters ago. What, you got Target painted on your back? I might try and find a way to play Civ 2 on stream for like maybe my birthday or something. Be like, you know what? I've worked hard. I deserve a nice Civ 2 birthday stream. Start building my world. Get some settlers. Be depressed when I don't get the pyramids. Or Da Vinci's workshop or the Great Library. Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all. And Monofe's... Alright, well, gee. Oversharing? Father, why do you know about Monophene's cycle? Good question.
And another.
Never mind that. Perhaps the lack of motivation is due to lack of hibernation. Lack of hibernation. I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What would be causing it? Is it because you have a lot on your mind? It's because the graveyard shift pays better than hourly wage. As someone on the graveyard shift, yes, it does.
Really?
Because you don't want them to think you're just goofing around. It's because you want to stay friends. It's because you want to watch it in real time. Father? He's gone to hibernation. We should let him be. It's fair. You're right, night-night. Well, that was, not that interesting of Monokuma Theater. I'm not gonna lie, even that felt phoned in. Probably on purpose, but at the same time.
My head!
Taro! Pull yourself together!
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't.
So are we gonna meet, like, I don't know, a combination of, what's his name, Kano from Mortal Kombat and Junko? She's gonna have, like, a robot eye, be wielding knives, an Australian for some reason, but she's still gonna have, you know, the blonde hair and the tits and be all queenly and shit.
My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best.
I'm not gonna lie, the return of Junko was kind of predictable, I guess, in the second game. Like, I sort of expected Junko to make a reappearance. I got no idea what's happening in this game.
From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Okay, see, I knew they were alluding to that. I was really hoping they weren't actually gonna go for that low-hanging fruit.
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Okay. Weird mechanical puppet incest aside, let's get back to our murder trial. Hey, casual robot puppet incest.
After that.
Anyway,
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Mew plotted
more
the murder.
importantly, I don't know, I think
we need to
robot
find
puppet
out who
incest
killed
is
her.
definitely worth taking a second to ponder why it needs to exist.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions.
Well, she tried to kill you.
So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
True.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
I mean, I was gonna do that, so.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion.
Yeah.
And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
Yes. In theory.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
Now, keep this in mind. Her plan was, in addition to everything she already did, making it super obvious that she was up to something, bash his head in. Injuries that transfer over to you, mind you, in the real world, and then try and convince us that the empty bottle of poison next to him is what caused his skull to be collapsed. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Mew, this is one of the least well thought out murders in all of Danganronpa. Bonk. Yep, sure. Smash Kokichi with a hammer!
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world.
True.
And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
No.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
The bridge she knocked over and made a really fucking, like, obvious effort at it. Couldn't even wait until we were, you know, like, elsewhere. To be less obvious about it. My hand slipped.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop.
Yep. With you so far.
After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
Yep, she quickly pulled out her cell
That's
phone,
when I saw Mew.
ordered a hot delivery of Kaito to the real world, got it in 30 minutes or less, and then booked her way to the rooftop.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right?
Well...
Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Well, then how did she get there?
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was not good at that, it's true.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
Summed up entirely right there.
No say such mean things.
It's not mean, it's the truth. And the truth
Killing
may
the game
hurt,
bad. Not Mew.
but... No, Mew was very bad at the killing game, though.
Mew not bad person.
Well,
Grown to think we could have been friends.
Eh.
If things different.
That might have been difficult.
yeah.
Even without this killing game.
Gonna have to agree with Himiko on that one.
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah, gonna have to agree with Maki as well.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No way, Jose.
Gonna agree with Kokichi on this one.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue
Nah.
the discussion.
We could have been
Mew was
friends
killed on the roof
if
of the
things were
mansion.
different. Nah, that's, no. Just completely shut him down. Poor Gante. He's just like, aw, but I want friends. What do you mean it wouldn't have happened?
The culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
I
So
mean,
the next thing
in
we should
theory,
talk
yes.
about is how they moved her avatar.
How could anyone have moved the avatar? She's the only one classified as an object.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
The only thing it could have been is if she was flung from the rooftop, which doesn't make any sense.
Problem is the wall between them.
There would be like signs of damage at that point, or skids in the snow where her body collapsed into it.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, That's the only way, right?
That's a way.
But how did the culprit send Miu's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Gonta, not throw her!
There you go.
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Oh, yes.
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
Well, we'd all be on the same, like, never mind.
Jeez, keep up with us.
Yeah.
We're already in the second half of the class trial.
Even Himiko knows it. Maybe it's Himiko's magic. We haven't blamed Himiko this trial yet. You pointed that out, but as I said in the last episode, we established her magic doesn't actually work in the virtual world, so it couldn't have been her magic.
How did they send Miu's avatar to the other side of the wall?
Catapult.
Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard.
Did I just beautiful mind this? Somebody actually had like a makeshift catapult and just flung her to the other side. I mean, we do have the lattice and a hammer. But how did they get the lattice and the hammer to the other side? Well, she might have been
Because of
clutching
that sound,
the hammer,
you
I
guys
guess.
went to the side of the chapel, right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Miu there, right?
Yeah.
If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yes, but I need more evidence than just a lattice board near her that somebody had somehow hucked her. Starting out in my mind, the noise is related to the case, and we need to figure out what that sound could have been. It's very tempting to tell someone who the culprit is. I'm guessing tempting is what you meant to say. Good job, Simp Knight. Please do not be spoiling. It's Suichi because it was his poison. The poison that didn't kill him? Alright, sure. It might be the clue we need to solve the case. Hey guys, it was 7-9's fists that didn't punch her, so clearly it's 7-9. By 7-9's logic. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming into something else. So what were those two things it could be? Hammer hitting the wall, cell phone hitting the wall, lattice hitting the wall. I think it was the lattice. Maybe the lattice. I think the lattice would make such a loud noise. Yes.
I was wrong!
That's why I picked it. Thank you for fucking making fun of me, though. Miu hitting the wall? Alright, well, gee, get fucked Miu.
I think the sound came from Miu's avatar hitting the chapel wall.
If it helps, Simp Knight, you could do the 7-9 and ARG method of guessing, which is make clearly ridiculous accusations. Be like, clearly, it was Kokichi, because he's evil, and only evil people kill.
The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Miu colliding with a wall.
With the real one hidden in our nonsense, but for the wrong reasons. Well, you did keep banging on about how it was Kyo because of his sword. Yes, no, if there's like a stupid reason, you can guess whomever. Like, the hammer's there, so you're like, oh, you know what? I bet a hammer was used to build Kibo. Probably Kibo, right? Leftover hammer. Makes perfect sense. And it's like, well, no. That's... Your logic is awful. As long as your logic is awful, you can guess whoever you want.
If that's the case, Miu's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard.
That's a good rule. As long as the logic is terrible, I'm talking like Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, I've broken the flotation ring around your castle of dark illusions and now it's falling on your monsters. Terrible logic. By all means, you know, make any guess you want. Hey, doof. Alright, what about it? I don't know, I'm sticking with Suichi. Hey, dude. Sure, what up, Dark Flame? Sorry, you have the same name as, color as Simp Knight there, so thought you were Simp Knight for a second. Sticking with it was Suichi because the poison came from his lab. Yep, that checks. That tracks,
Felt
7-9.
the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question.
Who made these
Miu's
chapel
avatar
walls?
probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force.
Yes.
But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Yeah, that's one I don't know.
Hold on, Kokichi.
you're
What's up with the
welcome.
way
Follower.
negotiator.
Simp Knight, you may be a simp for the night, but your negotiation skills, shrewd. Thank you for the follow. I'd
Why
give
are
you the
you
whole here's
talking
what
like
we're
you
playing,
know
but you've been
everything?
around for a while, so you know what we're playing at this point. Got to throw her past the wall, only he's strong enough. Yep, sure. That, you got it, 7-9. Boy, you're Happy Purple Day. March 26. Why is it purple? 326? Purple Day. Why would it be purple? Is it Suichi? That's not Suichi. Is it Kaito? Is he just very purple?
Let's not worry about that right now.
Is it Kokichi's hair? Is Rarity the Pony been elected President of the United States? I'm really running out. Other purple things. Are grapes now the national fruit?
More important.
Did Grimace
solve the
finally
mystery.
launch his
Fighting
secret
among
weapon?
friends is a waste of time.
Epilepsy awareness. Oh, why is that purple?
Friends? Us?
Did they look at breast cancer with pink and they're like, we want in on that color action, so they just took purple?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
Friends with Kokichi, of course.
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Most likely. I mean, I get it. It's marketable. Purple's a lovely color. Nice, soft shade. So yeah, happy Epilepsy Awareness Day. I'm playing a game that's been known to have epilepsy warnings at the front of it. That's unfortunate. Sorry, I didn't know. There's only one thing I can do to think of how to do
Hey,
that.
Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Your what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past
Yes.
the brick handrail,
About
the
30
roof was
feet,
at
I
a
think it
pretty
said.
steep slope,
Okay.
and the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
Got it. Somebody put her on the lattice board and sent her toboggan style down.
If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
I don't think just that, like, I don't think sledding really would have, unless you're really booking it, once you, like, hit the bottom of the roof, you just, like, fall off, right? Like, your trajectory doesn't stay. Gravity takes over and you start dipping pretty hard, unless you're really booking it. Kokichi is talking as if he already got the whole thing figured out, but I can't let him distract me. I need to solve this case. To make Mew hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion, I'm gonna need to find the answer. She was frickin' Santa in Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. Oh god. So many letters. Still not how an anagram works. Slid. Okay, yeah. Nope. 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 What was this? What was this one? That's a Monokuma ball. F. Nope. R. Nope. Shit. O? Okay. Slid off? Slid off a roof. Got it. Remember when Hangman Gambit was fun? It's a hidden Kuma doll thing. Isn't that bad? I think that's a bad one to get. Pretty sure that's a bad
The
one.
culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Slide?
Again, I'm not the ultimate physicist here. The ultimate physics expert. The ultimate high school physics teacher. What have you. You'd really need to be booking it to hit it with enough force to, like, create that loud of a noise and not just immediately plummet into the snow below you.
Aw, man.
You
even
collect
with the slope
those,
and
you
the
know, for
snow,
reasons.
Mew's body
Oh,
wouldn't have
alright.
slid.
Even with this... Yeah.
Wrong. It would slide.
How do you figure that?
The avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise.
I mean,
So
that's
I doubt
true,
that it would have had
actually.
that much momentum.
Very solid point.
No. It would slide.
Stop it with your occasional French there, Kokichi.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Shumai?
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
Yo, you kids, what up with your cool-ass video games? Who here's played Parappa the Rappa, am I right? Hello? Anyone? No? Okay. Ramen Man? Yeah, well... I played it. There you go. Positive, that's how... That's how Miu's avatar was moved, but... Maybe the culprit used something else as well to help her body slide. Her references are... sort of all over the map. In a fun way, but still. Well, obviously it's the lattice.
Slid off the roof. Would it slide off that quickly?
I mean, I do agree with her.
Would.
It didn't make that much noise. He must have built up a lot of speed.
I want them to explain
Lots of
this
snow piled
Space
up
Channel
on the roof.
5. Well, okay, yes, my bad.
Not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the
So,
virtual world, perhaps not.
it's a Space Channel
not the
5
issue.
reference.
Sliding down snow is easy to
Also,
do.
I believe it's Space Channel
You
5
just need a
Part
sled or
2,
skis to cut the friction.
Chapter 2, something.
There was nothing like that. That's wrong.
I don't... The thing is, I don't even think with, like, a slide like the lattice board, you'd have been going fast
wait.
enough, right?
There was something that could have been used to help slide
I mean, it's a
body.
virtual world, so maybe I should just let it be, but, it's...
Do you remember the lattice that was found by Miu's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof.
Roof. They say roof weird.
I did notice the lattice in the
They say it like a
storage
dog
room when I
barking. I
first
say
looked.
roof. They say roof.
But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
That might be the voice actors, though. Apparently roof is like a very sort of, what is it? It's not the East Coast or the West Coast. It's like the middle of the United States. You gotta let it go. I mean, I suppose I should, yeah.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel
sick Frozen
is
reference,
the one
though.
that disappeared from the roof?
Just sort of allow it
That's
to
it.
happen. It's
The
a virtual
culprit used
world
the
where
lattice as a sled.
bullshit happens within a virtual world where other bullshit happens. Just
Ding,
let
ding,
it be.
ding! That's correct!
Just accept that that's what happened. Show us a diagram, though. That would be fun.
After the culprit killed Miu
Okay,
on the
here we
rooftop,
go.
they placed her corpse on a sled.
Yep.
And slid her down the roof's steep slope.
Okay.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof.
You can't... Alright, you can't tell me... You cannot tell me that I'm nitpicking when they had to make it that fast in their own recreation, alright? They knew this was absurd. That was ridiculous. Woo! I was like Sonic hit a spring.
Glided
Jesus.
through the wall only objects could pass
That
through,
was
and hit the chapel.
ridiculous. Yeet! Coming in hot. Yeah. Jesus. So when I said it was the lattice hitting the side of the church, and they said I was
Impacts
wrong,
made all of her belongings scattered.
what they
including
really
the
meant
hammer and
was,
cell phone.
you're right, but we don't like admitting it.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
What an apropos reference. Who could have made a Sonic reference right there?
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I
That's actually...
hate that hedgehog!
Alright, fucking Robotnik, calm down, but, I mean, really, his games are terrible.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again.
I think in
but
the
you
last
shouldn't be so
decade, he's
hateful.
had 3 games I would generalize as okay. Reaching the dizzying heights of, yeah, they're alright. Every other one of his games is complete trash.
Yeah, that'd be an example to our new family.
Looking at you, Forces, Boom, the sequel on the 3DS. I heard the 3DS one was okay. Generations was alright, and Mania was okay. Colors was alright too, wasn't it? I feel like there's one I'm forgetting. Colors, Generations, Boom, Forces, Mania. Man, it probably sucked if I'm forgetting it.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you Grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body slid down,
Sonic
we're just
CD.
one step away
Not-
from the culprit.
Not from the last decade, if you can believe it.
Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Deliberately thinking of ones from the last decade. Well, hey, if it's hate of Sonic the Hedgehog that makes Monokuma motivated again, roll with it. You know what? Sure. Yeah, that was the most energy he's given in a long time. Arbitrary Sonic the Hedgehog hate. Do you count the Olympic Games as ones? Because he did go to the Olympics with, like, Mario in Tokyo, and he did one in Vancouver as well.
Yeah.
Russia, I'm pretty sure, too.
In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
That is still my hang-up. I don't think any of these people were capable of killing Mew, with the exception of Kokichi, who couldn't have because there was that whole, if I'm touching him, he can't move thing.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion.
He's not wrong. So that leaves me, Meg Turney, Kokichi, and Gonta.
Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
He's not wrong, actually.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
Well, also you, but more importantly, it can't be Kaito because he was logged out. Suichi is still a suspect at the moment, just saying. Yeah, but not to me.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
Oh, you got me. Kaiba. You know what? I'll allow it. Good old Kaiba. He dresses like Kaiba with the, you know, the sort of slick suit. Kaiba's is white, his is black, but other than that, it's a very Kaiba-esque outfit. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but it's one of them. But when we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lie. What reason would they have to lie? I'll need to press information before I make any judgments. What's the question? Oh, okay, is that all? I need to press him for information before I make judgments. Let's just, you know, immediately accuse somebody of lying. Probably him, right? That's the safe bet.
It's you!
I mean, that's just...
Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
That was like the easiest thing in the world, honestly. How could they? In a class trial? Unheard of. That's perjury. It's honestly one of them from the list. I mean, I imagine it was. It's somebody in here, and given the situation, I don't think it could have been anyone at the chapel.
What do you need to know?
But I don't think it's Kokichi. It's just...
Why did you lie just now?
He couldn't be... He would have been frozen if Mia touched him, right? I wonder who would pick someone else rather than Koichi. He is a compulsive liar. Yeah.
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
That's the first thing he said that I 100% believe him.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
I don't even know what his lie is. It's Kokichi, so I assume he's lying. I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Miyu showed us the map. Well, I mean, you must have gone to the roof to know the door was locked, or at least tried to go through. It's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Mind mine. Okay. Really? This is... Alright. This is how we're doing this, I guess. This seems, unnecessary. You know, just saying. It all began when Miyu showed us the map. No, I don't think that's the issue. Why would they give me mind mine on this one? Sure, game though, you do you. You wanna have me play all your fun little mini games, right? That's only fair. Also, never went to... What does that say? Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. I think that's the lie. Let's see what the other one is, just for completionist's sake. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof. This couldn't have been a multiple choice question. Obviously not. Oh my god, really? I already provided irrefutable reason why it's Suichi. Ugh, it was his poison. You're like a whole stream and several minigames behind there, 7-9. Kaito and Kokichi aren't really suspects. Kaito was logged out, and Kokichi had the freezing when he was touched by Miu. Well, also, it wasn't me, which means it's Gonta or Meg Turney. If we're going with people who are on the mansion side, the only suspects it's Gonta or Meg Turney. Yeah. But Gonta doesn't seem like the type to kill people. And why would Meg Turney go to the trouble of pointing out she saw Miu on this side when she's the only one who would have known about it? If she kept that information to herself, then we very could have easily just been like, she planned for a meeting but never got there, I guess, because the bridge was out. That's weird. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Or maybe you could argue she did go over there, but really, you know, eventually you might have been able to figure out she got over there from the wall argument, but Meg Turney saying, oh yeah, I saw her outside is pretty self-incriminating, you know? Also seems a bit brutal for her to strangle somebody with toilet paper to death, you know? Well, for misdirection reasons, maybe. It's just, again, it seems brutal for her to strangle someone to death with toilet paper. Never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
But later, you said.
I suppose brutal isn't out of this game's nature or anything. But still, you know. Since the mansion was up on top of a hill, would you say it's up on Melancholy Hill? The roof was pretty high up, right? I can do oblique references too, game. Past the brick's handrail, the roof was pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion.
Why are you helping him?
But you
Got
wouldn't
him.
know about the brick handrail unless you went up
Oh
to the
yeah,
roof
there
yourself.
you go. Okay.
Huh? What?
See, it's impossible for me to tell if you're actually panicking or just faking it.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
Yeah, it's impossible to tell, isn't it, Kibo?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Damn. My hand is a bit clammy. Got him. Why is my hand is sweaty because I'm under a bunch of lamps and I perspirate.
Himiko really say that?
That reaction was a lie. Please kill him now. I don't remember.
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say at this point.
She did not.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Well, something's re-energized him.
Stop him, Grandpa! Oh, this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
While we're killing him, can we kill her too?
Yeah, Grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
Just asking.
I'm not gonna apologize, because Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. But if he's being this stubborn, it makes him think he has something to hide. Get him to show his hand, I have proof that he was on the roof. Might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. Don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger. Alright, so we're lying here. Got it. Grandkid? Yeah, no, just... You don't wanna know.
I didn't go to the roof.
Just out of curiosity, what would the live
I've had
quiz be?
enough of your lies,
Not in
man.
the salon. Okay.
I'm not lying.
I was just
The
testing.
rooftop door
Game.
was locked and I couldn't open it.
Just testing.
What did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course, and stayed in the salon the whole time.
I'll reveal the
Perjury! This seems mean. I'm not even lying for the greater good at
Kokichi,
this point.
You're lying right now, aren't you?
I'm just goddamn lying to really throw him under the bus. I don't see how this gets us
Lying
anywhere.
about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
Ah, I see. We are lying to see if we can catch him in perjury here.
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
If that were true, Meg Turney would have seen me because I was in the kitchen and she was in the dining room.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi?
At least he calls you out on it. Oh, I see. You're just full of shit, huh, Suichi?
So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
I was curious, actually, to see if Kokichi was going to be like, that's a lie. I was in the salon. Kokichi's full of... Or Suichi's full of shit. Kaito the compulsive liar. Yep. Ah.
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
Well, that's a mistake.
The one who's not Kokichi.
Alright, you know what? That makes more sense. Maki, again, gets it. 100% best girl. She understands.
100 house points. Oh, no. Himiko points to Shuichi.
That's not even clever.
But to go to the salon,
They're
Shuichi
gonna.
would need to pass by me in the dining room.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to fucking...
I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
Fuck! Damn it! Oh, why wasn't she closer so I could, like, kick her in the shin or something?
Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi
Okay,
anyway.
well,
He's usually right about stuff.
thanks.
Sorry, but I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
Thanks.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
Boy, you reap what you sow, eh?
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
I prefer my idiom, but sure. Well, for one, if lies are what make Kokichi tell the truth, then roll with it. And secondly, pretty sure Kokichi would do the same. Lie to throw you under the bus. Also, Meg, what the fuck? Yeah, she's not exactly quick on the pickup there.
Why do you guys hate lies that much?
Gee. I want you to look around at the room, Kokichi. Maybe just, you know, to your immediate left. Tell me what you see. Is that a picture, maybe, of one of our friends who got brutally murdered, mayhaps? That's probably a good way to describe it. And, yeah, let's contemplate. Why would I hate lies in a class trial that much? God, I think I need 2 hands to count the number of people that have literally been murdered at this point. That's like a bank robber who is currently being arrested in the middle of robbing a bank after he shot a hostage, being like, guys, come on, I'm poor. Why do you hate the poor so much? I don't really necessarily hate poor, but the exact situation I'm in means I hate you. And if by proxy that means I hate the poorness of you, sure, by all means. In another situation, I wouldn't mind lying that much. White lies or whatever. In this situation, fuck you.
There's only one truth.
Let's discuss the
but
poison.
endless possibilities for lies, you know?
Yeah, but the truth is more interesting, because lies aren't real.
And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people.
Well, yes, obviously.
If you deny all of that just because it's a lie...
Well, again, no, I'm denying it because we're in a situation where people are being murdered. Sort of a big little caveat there. Kokichi's lies keep making me annoyed since it takes a lot of time to come
Then
back
that
to
means
them.
you guys are just terrible at being lied to! Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Mew?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
For what? What possible thing do you have to get revenge?
You got some balls lying to me.
You seen
I'm gonna take
Money
away your
Heist?
fun for pissing me off, Shuichi.
Can't say I have. I've seen the movie Tower Heist. I've seen Snatch. I've seen Baby Driver. I've seen a couple of the Oceans movies. I think 11 and 13. Weird that I've seen those two, but those are the two I've seen. I've seen just the movie that was straight called Heist. I've seen, I don't know if it counts as a heist film, but The Usual Suspects.
I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Haven't seen The Money Heist, though.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess.
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Mew
Confessing.
asked me to meet
What?
up with her.
Okay.
She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her.
Confession.
She gave me the rundown of the
Nice
virtual
TV
world
series about
before
a
she
robbery.
explained it to
Gee, I
you
never would have
guys.
guessed. Who's in it?
As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder.
I might check it out if it has, like, people I give a shit about.
On me.
But if it's, like, full of people I've never heard of, meh.
When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder.
Or the hammer.
So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You work together with Monokuma?
3 seasons on Netflix. Okay, who's in it?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true.
So then you would have known that when she touched you, you couldn't move?
Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting.
T-shirts, right? I
It
assume?
was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair. Monokuma can't take sides.
I think that's all he's done the entire game. How did Kokichi find out someone could die from shock? Yeah, I want to know how he found that out, but missed the part where he couldn't move if Miu touched him.
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
I mean, yes, but also I don't think there's a rule against that.
Calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
He really is not. Have you been here this whole time? Alright, whatever.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun.
I don't see how that's getting
if
in
I
the
can't
way.
win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge.
Oh no, you got us. Grr, you fiend. So who did it then?
Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Excuse me?
What? Huh?
What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
Fair question, actually.
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
Yeah, then there's the whole, what makes you think we'd believe this, Mr. Ooh, now I'll make it boring. He told the truth. Hey, did he? I don't know. I don't believe him.
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated.
Also that.
It's my turn now.
There's also, let's put that on hold for a second. He's in a hell of his own making, what with the whole, you know, boy who cried wolf thing going on right now.
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game.
Very different chins, those two.
As the Killing Game Busters!
Damn! The KGB. They're on to us again, boys.
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean we?
Busted out the KGB. Did you concoct an elaborate trap to make Gonta kill somebody without actually knowing he killed somebody? Because that's real dark. We're gonna have to watch Gonta be executed because of your goddamn meddling.
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Well, obviously, yes.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
I don't know. If somebody said I came up with the plan and Token there's the one who murdered them, I feel like I would fixate on the murder accusation, Kaito. Just saying. Really, the chin's the only difference you notice about the two? Yes.
About.
Why, you see one more obvious?
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
It's also the glasses. No, Kokichi doesn't wear glasses.
Gonta is telling the truth. He's not someone who lies all the time like you.
Silly 7-9.
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Well, I mean, he did it
Not
once.
after insect meet and greet
He
incident.
did one time.
It's obvious what he's trying to do.
Obviously, they reacted differently.
Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
That's possible.
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta.
I want to know what that
I
was.
didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Moving on.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
A compulsive liar is a mastermind to kill everyone by convincing the other murderers to kill for him. I mean, yeah, maybe.
What? Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything.
I just hugged that log really oh.
And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Okay, case is solved, boys.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
Well, God, fuck, it can't be him. Ugh.
You, of course.
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
He's
There's
right.
already proof?
He's right.
Oh, did you forget already?
Not trying to
Then let
say
me make it
Gonta is a
clear
culprit,
again.
but again, Kokichi killing Mew by himself is unlikely, considering, yeah, it is.
Why I can't be the culprit?
That's an interesting screen. He's right. I'm forced to agree with him on this one. God, I wish it was you, though. Settings for Kokichi's
I am not the
avatar.
culprit.
Pretty obvious, this one.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? Blue is how Mew is killed.
You got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right?
Yep.
Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
That's the part I have to argue with.
That's wrong.
And also, I like that his argument is, I'm too weak, obviously. It's like all of our strengths are the same.
Actually,
That's...
maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
But more importantly, yeah, this. Alright.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist.
Oh, so you knew about that. Figures.
If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
It's
so I
true.
would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting.
It's true. Also, weirdly, some cute artwork.
I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
It's all chibi and whatnot. It's a horrific depiction, don't get me wrong, but the art style is cute.
What?
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck,
Yeah.
then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wait,
Take
what if it
Mew.
was something
I mean,
besides strangulation?
you could just say Mew at that
Like-
point, am I right? It wasn't anything besides
There's no
strangulation.
doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Yeah.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit.
I mean, he's not the only one.
No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara. This is the truth you all adore so much.
Cool reference. Could you explain how it's that though? Like,
No!
elaborate.
Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gonto would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
Yeah, either Gonta or Attorney.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
Yeah, you need more than your word there.
Of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we might have to ask uncomfortable questions.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
Kaito does not understand these words. Surely,
It's just that
the power of
something
belief.
doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's
The
off.
power of belief can do anything, right?
We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
Friendship can overcome any difficulty in
What,
trial.
You wanna suspect
I
Gonta?
don't think Meg can use toilet paper to kill Mew. Well, all their strengths are the same, so...
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
I don't think any of them is the... other than this guy, I don't think any of them are capable of murder at this point.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony! It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well,
I don't see how
can't
that's
be helped.
ironic.
That's just what a detective does.
Yeah, I don't see how that's ironic. Kokichi, I don't think you understand what irony is.
That's not it, Kokichi.
More
I'm
like
just trying
ultimate
to make sure that
supreme
everyone's-
dumbass. Got him! He'll be recovering from that burn in the medical
Gonta
ward.
really not do it! Gonta not culprit!
Like, by simple process of elimination, there physically can't be anybody else. Yeah... Unless there's a Mukuru Ikasaba situation going on here.
Please, believe Gonta!
But at the same time...
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all.
We're challenging Captain Planet, channeling Captain Planet for this section. Apparently. Rontaro's ghost, why did you kill
I
Mew?
think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
Kibo gets it.
Guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants.
Yeah.
He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes.
It's weird that you're fighting me on this.
But...
Two for one truth special!
Alright.
Sorry to ruin this tense moment.
Let's scrum,
but
boys.
we're evenly split right now.
You can't spell scrum without crumb, and that's not how you actually spell crumbs like food, so forget I was saying anything. Moving on.
So, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present...
We
We're
know.
gonna do
Shuichi,
The best
why?
part of the game? What do you mean?
You're Kaito.
It's like, Jesus, Kaito, shut the fuck up. Let's get this scrum underway. It's the best part of the game. Nothing's gonna delight me more than arguing with you. Shooting you down. Give me that sick truth gun and let me shoot him in the face with it. I bet Gonta still feels pretty bad about having to be at the bottom of the scrum debate. I mean, at this point, why not, like, you know, raise the poor guy up a little bit, you know? Just a lot of dead people. They don't need to be that high in the air. This is similar to the last debate I was on.
Are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
Culprit?
Gonta is
Oh,
such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Well, obviously it's Sweetheart.
Kokichi, don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Rooftop. Shit.
I got
Fuck!
this.
I
No,
missed.
None of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
Alright, well that was pointless.
There
I
should have been
scrolled wrong.
witnesses at the entrance.
I got this. No.
Was a
none
little
us
ahead
were
of
in charge
myself.
of the entrance hall.
Ahead of myself on that one.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Akuma.
Kokichi,
I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one who killed Mew.
I got this. The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest!
I got this. The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
Just repeat myself there. Ahem.
Shuichi, are
Alright,
you saying that Gonta
trying
is the
that again.
culprit?
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. It's cool that Rontaro's ghost is on my side. Even cooler that Kyo's ghost is on their side. So have fun being on the side of that guy, everyone else. I got Rontaro and Kaede and a few others I can't recognize. You got Kyo, who's a fucking lunatic. Have fun with that. We're on Karumi's side. I mean, whose side is Mew on? Surely that's the important one, right? We have to face off even if we don't want to.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
Thank you.
Gonta is
God!
such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
My scroll wheel was
Don't
being
you
slow.
realize these
Thank
so-called
you.
sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could
Alright,
Gonta
well, it's
have
gonna be
even
one
made it
more.
to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this. No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
Stupid scroll wheel.
But Kokichi confessed he was
Kokichi, I did cooperate with Monokuma,
Just interrupt
but
them.
only on a temporary basis.
Fuck these guys. So what's this
It's all
one?
a lie. Kokichi is the one who killed Mew.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew!
I got this. The truth
Well, I know who
is,
the last one
Gonta
is.
could have murdered Mew.
Shuichi, are you saying that
Just gonna keep bickering and arguing at
Shuichi,
this
Are you
point.
saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I got this. I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying
I
we
can slow it
can't
down,
rule
cool.
it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart.
Kokichi,
Don't you realize these
Also,
so-called
great
sweethearts
argument,
can
Meg
commit
Turney.
crimes
Hey,
too?
he's nice. He wouldn't commit a crime.
Could Gonta have even made it to
Kibo!
The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at
I got this. No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
Just immediately shutting them down.
But Kokichi confessed he was working.
Kokichi, I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi.
Kibo!
That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not!
I got this. The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
Oh, right. God damn it. Even after I win, I keep forgetting I need to do a QT. Really kind of, I think, ruins the whole bit. Bumping music, everyone's on different sides, gunning each other down. This is our answer's a great battle cry. We have to
In my opinion,
point to our allies
as
to
long
take
as
it,
is possible that Gonta
and
is
then
the
it's a
culprit,
QTE for some
we
fucking
have to
reason.
discuss it.
Really, only bad thing about that game. That minigame is chef's kiss, though. That is brilliant.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
Yeah, it's literally an argument of, look, I don't think that's actually what happened, but just to check all our boxes and cover the bases here, we should at least look into it.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
I don't either.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
If we placed emphasis on people being nice, I would have given my life for Karumi 2 chapters ago. I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit.
I don't think you can volunteer to be a blackened in place of somebody. Let them
That's
try
why
and
it
kill
hurts
again.
my heart to persecute Gonta like this.
I don't believe that for a
Gonta,
second.
if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
That is actually good advice.
Logical arguments?
Yes. Tell us what you were doing.
Means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't.
Well, actually, he's throwing some good advice out there.
What? Gonta really not know?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know. God, why are you so dumb?
Yeah, shout out to professional voice actors.
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
Kind of understand where Kaido's coming from. On the other hand, it's the job of Suichi as a detective to investigate all possible avenues and separate fact from fiction, no matter how unpleasant it might be. Yeah, it's weird that you're getting hung up on this when it's like, I don't think Gonta did it, but the possibility does exist, so sure, we should at least look into it so we can eliminate it.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Meanwhile, there's Kokichi over here.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
I've
No,
never pretended
I
that.
never
Don't you
ganged
dare
up.
accuse me.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean... Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh,
The level
that's
of
a low blow right there.
debate?
Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's not a pleasant truth, but he is right.
Muggy, please, calm down.
Yeah, he's not wrong, just an asshole. He is...
Sorry. It Gonta's fault. Everyone's so upset.
Everyone's real mad at, Kokichi there, and it's like, I get why you're mad, but he does raise a good point.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit. Cause Gonta not know anything. Really.
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
Probably wrecked his throat doing this, the poor guy.
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Cut it out. Shut up, you. Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. That's true about Gonta. The whole time Gonta's been saying he doesn't know anything. Gonta not understand me like this when Gonta wake up. Gonta was sleeping, had strange dream, not understand anything. Gonta not know murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why this happened? Why me you killed? Gonta not understand anything. Gonta have no idea what he's talking about. When exactly did he start using that defense? I mean, well, a case could be made for before even logging onto the virtual world. After logging out?
That's it!
After he was logged out.
Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
An accident that hurt Gonta. That was... Boy, putting a lot on me right here with my 1 heart and some change. Wonder how Suichi is very good at remembering. Well, he is a detective. He might have fucked up the chords. Because that hasn't come up yet. Nope, alright, well. Shot me in the foot on that one.
Damn it!
Alright, I got maybe like 2 more hits. Accident. Avatar error. Oh, well, yeah, that would be
This
it.
is it.
Whoops. Should have read the list a bit more thoroughly there,
Realize
dumbass.
the virtual world. An avatar user error occurred.
Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged on for the first time. That was a real Kaito moment. Don't bring me down to his level. I just didn't read the full list. Kaito would be like, obviously it's this Scarf Life. It's the bottle of poison, right? That's what happened to him. He drank it by mistake. Contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details, but something strange happened when someone's avatar, when you logged in. Let's discuss the poison. There are a number of exercises for improving one's memory, Memory Palace being one of the more popular ones. He doesn't have a Memory Palace, he has a Memory Highway. We've been over that.
An avatar user error? Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first. But I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
If that error is what's affecting Gonta, it's making him forget and loopy. What was the error? Alright, I was a step ahead. Thank you. Oh, could you, like, give me a letter to start with, just so I know what you're kind of looking for? I assume it's memory. Need an O. I need an R. There you are. I think you're the Y? Yeah. Memory... wipe? Maybe? Swap? I don't... Nope. Loss. Oh, okay. Got it. Nope. Oh, fuck. Oops. Didn't say Memory Palace is the one Suichi's been using. Simply said it's one of the more popular ones. They think I did it. Great. Awesome.
Is this
Memory...
really the end?
It's memory loss, I'm pretty sure. So let me retry that one. Memory L-O-Y. Hey, I think Suichi killed her. Fuck. God damn. No one forgets how to spell loss. Not unless they're a killer. Need another M, please. There we go. Memory. It'd be nice if I could, like, you know, actually... The circle to reveal letters appeared where I clicked instead of just in the middle. Speedrun, of course. Is it actually loop or is it lost? Because I'm not seeing an S. Oh, there it is. Okay. Memory loss.
I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh? He doesn't remember.
You started saying, I don't know
Let's
anything
discuss the world
after
looping
leaving the
some more.
virtual world.
We really haven't hashed out those details yet.
I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
So are you telling me that if I go to the right far enough, I wind up on the left? How is that I don't... You're not making any sense.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Mew.
That's... Uh-oh.
What? That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
You
What
want
do
to
mean
talk
he
us
doesn't
through that
remember?
one?
He's just confused.
Let's discuss the world looping. Yeah.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Let's discuss the world looping. Oh my goodness. Let's discuss the world loop. Ah, world loops.
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone. No way.
A memory
Gonta's
loop.
the culprit.
Sorry. Oh wait, shit. Three of them are talking at once. Enough of that bit. All right, let's move on. All right, so who do I yell at here? Log in, log out record, I suppose.
Never hurt anyone. Gonta wants.
He's bad with computers. Gonta would never kill a friend.
Okay. Thank you,
That's
upgrades
something we
to
can just
completely
assume?
shut them down.
Like protect friends.
Yeah, okay.
Has flipped out before.
Gonta not lie.
That means there was no glitch.
There was a glitch, though. Shut up. Oh, fuck. What? Oh, obviously it wouldn't be in the login, logout records, but there totally was a glitch.
So you're telling me Gonta
Settings.
doesn't remember a thing
Device instructions? Ah, yeah, he fucked up the device instructions.
about the virtual world? That means there was.
There you go.
I heard it.
Shut up, Kaito, you ignorant bitch. Let's discuss the world looping some more. My
The
goodness.
cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Yeah, put the red consciousness core on the right and the blue one on the left. Out of curiosity, what happens if we switch the cords? Dunno, probably get all glitchy.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory.
And consciousness,
Like
actually.
An error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
Also consciousness.
What?
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
Wow, this trial has been a lot of Soichi countering Kaito. That's because he's wrong.
Huh? How Gonta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
That's this hand that he's holding up. Boy. Oh, fuck. Guys, I think Gonta might have killed her. Well, that's...
That's your left hand!
What?
Yeah, he did. Yep, that's... Ew, that's not gonna be fun. I don't know why I say it's not gonna be fun.
Looks like
It
it's
isn't fun.
decided.
That's pretty morbid.
What?
Fairness
Decided.
glitches with Gonta's mind would not be easily noticeable. No, we went a whole trial before we noticed it.
He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember.
Oh boy.
Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
Oh boy.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on.
Oh dear.
When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened.
Meanwhile, here's Meg Turney.
So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
Oh boy.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
Oh, poor Gonta.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Yeah, I really don't want that to be true, but I have a bad feeling it is.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! 'Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, can you, like, elaborate here?
Yeah, it's a lie. I'll never accept this. And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew.
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you.
Yeah, I hate to break this to you, Kaito. I'm pretty sure he's right.
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way?
Yeah, talk us through.
You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Meanwhile, again, I gotta say, yeah, like, the important question is, hey, Kokichi, fucking talk us through it then. Not
Is the
even
person
why.
who planned it
Explain.
also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
Unless you're a lunatic.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
Yeah, shut the fuck up and answer our question. That's like the only thing I care about at this point. That's Kokichi. How many trials are left? I don't know. I'm in trial 4. So either 1 or 2 more.
I care about the motive.
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
Yeah, but you're
No
gonna
matter
tell
what
me
you
anyway.
say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination.
Alright, so this is the point where we're like, alright, you know, it was Meg Turney over there, so now you need to tell us the motive, you stupid little shit.
Which means
6 is the last
Shuichi,
trial. Okay,
you'll be
there
my
you go.
partner, right?
No, I most certainly will not, you little bitch. Partners with Kokichi again. Me?
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you?
Yeah, Meg Turney could have done it, though.
Okay, let's begin.
Quit screwing around. I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit.
Sorry, Meg, don't want to throw you under the bus there, but,
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
reason Kibo, Himiko, and Maki can be eliminated is because they couldn't access the crime scene. Quite obviously. Like I said, Compulsive Liar is the puppet master. Well, you're not wrong.
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Mew could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it.
A little weird camera bit.
Kaito is the next one off our suspect list. And you know why, right?
He was logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Mew logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Mew's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
We bumbled around for 22 minutes? Jesus. I didn't notice that before.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off.
Why?
But what's the reason for that?
Yes, please. We have alibis? Okay, yeah, sure.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses
Compulsive Liar
to each
planned
other's
every
alibis.
murder and had someone else commit the murders. I don't know if he did. I don't think... He certainly didn't plan Rontaro's murder. Certainly didn't plan Ryoma's murder. Might have... Well, he certainly didn't plan Angie's murder. That was a pure accident. Maybe he had a hand in, like, Tenko's murder. But you're really, like... I don't believe that for a second.
Both of you heard Mew hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Mew down.
Shit, he has a point.
Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit.
He has a point, damn it.
That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
Yeah, he couldn't have killed Miyu. I mean, he couldn't touch her, more to the point, but...
If Mew touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again?
Oh, you're
Ah, follower! Kokichi, you son of a bitch, what are you doing here?
Well...
This is a nice stream
who
and
is
you've come
it?
here to ruin it, I see.
Don't answer, Shuichi. You don't need to answer that.
You shrewd negotiator, you.
This is all Kokichi's trap.
There's only one suspect left, only one person who could have done it. Yeah, I think unfortunately it is poor Gonta. That is, that's not good.
It's Gonta.
Yeah.
Shuichi?
Right in the chest.
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder.
Got the feels, man.
You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys want...
Really a trap.
Iruma's killer is Gonta
That
Goku
feels good.
Hora!
Does it? I don't think it does, 7-9.
Really? Gonta really do it?
To me, that's
That really
fucked.
your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything. So, oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Well, quite.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions
You
to
want proof? I've got your proof.
Okay. Hit us with it.
After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside.
True.
And who did they see out there?
No one? Oh, wait, you know what? He has a point. Gonta, did you see Kibo around here anywhere? No, Gonta not see him.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Mew's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit,
He has
it'd
a
be weird
point.
if he wasn't on the roof.
Making a logical argument. Yeah, no, I don't think Gonta could have, like, dropped, what was it, 30 feet and been perfectly fine. He's, you know, jacked, but all the same.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
We would have run into him.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof.
It's true.
Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Yeah, I think that's where we were when we heard the crashing sound.
And maybe he jumped off the roof.
That seems unlikely.
Not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough.
True.
How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
He's making a good point. The only thing... The toilet paper's over there, so really, I mean, it's still possible he could have strangled her there. And then... Oh, no, he's not strong enough to throw the body up to the roof where, Kokichi might have been, who didn't go up to the roof anyway. God damn.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
Another wrinkle.
What? Really?
It would have been so nice if that were the truth. Uh-oh. If Kaito were right, this horrible trial would just end. But
No, that's wrong.
why is that wrong?
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Oh, the toilet paper's there because he, like, rappelled down or something?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Oh, dear.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all
Expressing
feel
no,
it.
that's wrong. Yeah, it is.
But
Music
we have
is
to face the truth.
appropriate right now. Not pointing fingers or anything, and Kaito surprisingly has a good point, but if not Gonta, then who killed Mew? Yeah, that is the problem.
No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
This is way more depressing than, Sakura's suicide. Or even, like, Mechamaru and, Gundam's, like, one of us is gonna die here so the others can live.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that
Just-
just a lie?
Boy, it's really annoying. It makes it a lot easier to feel less bad about this when you keep insisting that I'm your sidekick.
Kaito!
Fine then. I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up.
Cool. Shuichi killed her with the poison. Yes, Arg, keep up. I can't doubt my detective work now. I want us all to survive. I can't back down. Nice butt on that alien.
Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who'd kill someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this. Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who'd kill someone. Damn it!
That is a great butt on
Why
that
won't
alien.
you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi?
Because it's not about believing in my friends. It's about survival, you idiot.
Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta?
I'm very bad at this minigame.
Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Damn it! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason
I'm very
Gonta's
bad
not
at
the
this
culprit.
game.
Who do you want to
In
believe?
case you couldn't tell.
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? See,
I miss when it was just clicking.
there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could, damn it!
Okay, top tier
There's no way
gameplay, of
to
course.
leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Toilet paper discovered outside of the mansion.
It ends here.
Damn!
Kind of just believe Kokichi for once. I mean, he is an asshole, though. And
The toilet
constantly
paper we
lying.
found outside the mansion.
It's like saying, dude, just trust in Nagito for once. I
That's
don't,
what the
I don't think I
culprit
need
used
to.
get from the roof to the ground.
Don't think I will.
Toilet paper?
So my Kaido and his circumstances is not going to... I'm not about believing people, it's about uncovering the truth no matter how hard the truth is made. Yeah, the what is it? Idyllic situation where he believes in everybody and everyone's good people. In a perfect world, yes, but we're kind of not in that, are we, Kaito?
The
There's
same
some hard
toilet
truths
paper
you
that
need
was
to
used
face
as
up
the
to.
murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am. I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end.
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
In a perfect world, they're the opposite of a perfect world. Yeah, obviously. But, you know, he's what's the polite way of saying a dumbass? Like, or a rube? A starry-eyed believer? Place where the toilet paper was tied down. The binocs, right? Like, pretty obviously.
There!
Yeah.
The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there.
The only thing up there. Yeah, well.
However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down.
Well, then how'd they get it back?
But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea.
Great.
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
Kokichi's an ass. Why do people like him? I was alright with him, I guess, until he, like, staged a murder so that Gonta would be the killer. Now I'm not so hot on him. Because he's an asshole. Well, I mean, yes, dumbass is the polite way of saying it. Okay, good to know.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
Right, but I guess I don't understand why you like the asshole character.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That...
So, it's true. Going to really kill Mew.
Because, see, that's why
I'm
I
the one who came up with
don't
the
like
plan.
him. The Fiend.
Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
Give him some more time. There's still more of the game. Maybe he'll grow on you. I don't know. He got Gonta killed. And Mew. Why do you like him? He got Mew killed.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Now that he can be full of asshole, now that he can be full asshole from now on. No, I don't get what you mean. He killed Mew. I don't understand why you like him. If you like Mew so much. Poor guy. What color cord did the culprit stick in the right port? Kaito logged out. Map. Bottle. Toilet paper. Lattice. Cell phone. Alright, none of that. I like Kokichi more, so I'll allow it. Wow, that's some, fucking real favoritism there. What did Mew bring from Suichi's lab? That's a bottle of poison. What was posted at the entrance to the mansion hall? That was a map. Suichi's poison. Of course. What did Mew do when the others left for the mansion? Toilet paper, lattice, cell phone. Who's investigating the roof? Who's investigating the kitchen? Who investigated the dining hall? Who investigated the outside of the mansion? What object did she use when she got to the mansion? Is there one more for him being logged out? Okay, yeah. Who was logged out against his will? That said, pretty sure cell phone. Yep, okay. What was the weapon Mew brought to kill? It would be the hammer. What the culprit used to strangle Mew. Toilet paper didn't tear. Lattice. Used lattice like a sled. Smuggles in the hammer. And signboard in the river. So that would be the hammer. And signboard in the river. Just unlock everything else here. Since most of them are on the next panel anyway. Alright, up on the roof, right? Yep, that was Kaito. Suichi in the kitchen. Culprit was looking around outside. And Meg was in the dining room. Which means we got 2 left. Oh, that's way back at the start. Toilet paper. And all the way back at the beginning. Not a lot of Himiko in this comic, is there?
This is the truth of the case.
Oh, dear.
The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged into the virtual world.
Nice detail they left the treasure chest in the room.
To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device.
This was technically another nighttime murder. Well, 6 a.m., so that was morning.
So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world.
Poor guy.
It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well.
I suppose.
Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in.
Busy taunting us.
She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal.
How stealthy of her.
After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison. And placed it on Kokichi's seat.
I kind of thought it was a bigger bottle than that,
This
you know?
was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world.
Also, why do you like Mew so much? She tried to... Well, she framed a character you
After
don't
we
like
had
for
all
the
logged
murder
in,
of another
Mew
character you
explained
do
the
like.
world to us.
She was fully gonna
Use
try
the
and
salon
kill
phone to log
your
out.
best boy there.
Objects are unbreakable. Your
The-
avatars use all 5 senses.
The jerk asshole who got Gonta to murder somebody.
She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall.
That is ridiculously cute, the art
But
style,
her
by the way.
explanation was intentionally
Have you met me?
false.
No, I haven't,
She
actually.
wanted us to misunderstand the world.
You are a collection of,
However,
like, 6 numbers.
One of us was able to see through her scheme.
You too could be a collection of 6 numbers in my heart and mind if you
person you
subscribe
was
to
trying to
twitch.tv/tokenlad.
Kokichi.
Fair enough,
Kokichi
yeah.
was going to use Mew's plan
C79
against
endorses
her
it.
and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed.
Really, he was an asshole
But
about
it
it.
seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder.
As the KGB. That's the best part about this trial. He was the KGB.
Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel.
It's also relative because so many of the cast are either uninteresting, for example, Meg
You
Turney,
had us split
or the
up to
interesting
try to
ones
find
die
some
early, like
secret of the
Harumi and
outside
Ryoma.
world.
Yeah. They really kind of...
Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion.
They did drop the
while
ball
Maki,
on that one.
Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan.
I feel like 2 had more consistently interesting people, and they killed the boring ones off pretty quickly.
The
Like,
chapel. Mew told
let's be
Maki
fair,
that she was going to look around outside.
Mahiru was pretty boring. Died pretty early.
She chased after our group while we were heading toward the
Fujiwara's
mansion.
little personal assistant Yakuza killing girl thing. She was also pretty boring. I'll say it. She was kind of boring. Psycho, I think her name was.
Once she made sure we were across,
Love this art style.
she dropped the bridge into the river.
Peko, right? Yeah, she was kind of boring until the end when
This
like
was to
motives and
trick
who
us
she
into
was were
thinking
revealed.
that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time,
What
we
was
thought
her name?
nothing of it.
Hiyoko, that
It
no
was
one
just
liked.
Another one of Mew's pranks.
She was gone pretty early. Even the nurse that no one really cared for, at
That's
least
why we
like
continued with the original
had
plan to
personality.
find the secret of the outside world.
Whereas like Hiyoko here, or Himiko rather, Meg Turney,
we went to the
it's
mansion.
just
split up
kind
to look
of
for clues.
Kibo. He like I get it, he's a robot, but after that, it's like
Kokichi searched the salon.
I don't know. He's nice, I guess.
Kaito
I
searched
can't
the
tell you a
room.
lot about Kibo's personality other than he's a robot.
Tsumugi searched
He's
the
alright,
dining room.
but there's nothing really special about him.
I searched the kitchen.
Meg Turney here, same thing. She's a nice enough girl, but nothing really stands out about her.
And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion.
Himiko at least has a small arc. She's kind of lazy and uninterested, and then when her friends are murdered, she has more energy. But
Around that time, Mew
yeah,
was headed
it's
for
just-
the wall that was on the side of the chapel.
it's too little,
She
too
passed
late
through
for
the
her. I
wall
think
and
they got
headed
rid of
for
the
the
interesting
mansion to kill
characters too soon
Kokichi.
in this game. I like this game, but 2 is still the
You
best
see,
one.
The wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself.
They knew how to keep the
This
interesting
wall was
characters
programmed
around and
so
like
that only objects
make things
could pass
interesting.
through.
Gundam, as
Mew
much as
had
Ark
changed
hates
her
Gundam,
avatar settings from human
Gundam was at
to
least, you know,
object.
fun to watch.
That was the hidden route she
That's also a
prepared for
personal
herself.
opinion. I'm sure Meg Turney fans exist.
She set up a wall that only she could pass through.
Maybe other cosplayers or like girls that are very much like her.
Mew
They like
headed toward the
seeing
mansion,
representation.
But she was seen by Tsumugi on the way.
Again, there's nothing wrong with her per se, but she so doesn't stand out against everyone else. It's hard for me
When
to
she
really
entered
picture
the
somebody
mansion,
being like,
She pulled out her cell
Samugi's
phone.
my favorite. It's like, really?
She
What?
didn't
Name
tell us that
3
there
things
was
she
another
did,
way to log out.
period, that make her your favorite. Name 3 things she did at all.
Then she spoke a name into the
Cospox?
phone, which forced that person to log out.
And,
It was Kaito who was
yeah,
on
I
the
got
roof
nothing.
at the time.
She made Kaede strip
The
to her
same
under. Yeah, the
route where
Cospox.
Kokichi and Mew were going to
That's really
meet.
it.
By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out,
You'd think
She was
a
making him look the
cosplayer could
most
be really
suspicious,
interesting for a murder,
and
because
her
they could
plan
be
didn't go
disguised as anyone.
smoothly.
They got rid of that option entirely, so it's not even, like... I don't know, the one thing that could have been really interesting about her character, it seems like they got rid of immediately, and she had nothing after that.
Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew.
Joined the student council because... she's
While
just
Mew was
kind of
distracted by
bland.
Kokichi, the culprit
The
snuck
same
up
thing
from
happened
behind.
with Kibo. They're like, this guy's not really doing anything. He's not that interesting. He doesn't have a lot of he's got a voice recorder and flashlights. That's about all we have.
And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom.
He's
to
about as
strangle
useful
Mew.
as a smartphone, really.
This was
So
only possible
have him join
because
student
objects
council, I
in the
guess.
virtual world are unbreakable.
Tenko had attitude and personality. I didn't care for Tenko very much, but at least she was interesting. Angie had enough personality. Yeah, Angie had enough personality.
avatar
Whether or not
was
you like
strangled
Angie's
to death,
irrelevant. She
and
definitely
the
is
shock to
memorable.
Mew in the
When I
real
remember characters from this game, Kibo, purely from a visual design, might be, you know, one of the first ones I
After the
remember.
murder, Kokichi
But,
left the
like,
cleanup to the
personality-wise,
culprit
him and
left the roof.
Samugi are just
He probably
like
returned to the
last
salon
on
as
the
soon
list
as
that
he
I'll
could
remember.
To avoid drawing suspicion.
Rontaro, maybe, just because I got so little to know him. I mean, he
culprit
looked
then took the
cool, but
lattice from
again,
the storage
we
room.
just know so little about him. The poor guy. Oh yeah, visual design, most of them stand out fine, but
The cell phone.
to be fair, there's a lot of it in this game, just girls in skirts. Miu had the goggles and, like, at the very least, but, like,
Heaved the lattice over the
Kaede,
railing
Samugi,
and forcefully slid it
Maki,
down the roof slope.
Tenko, it was all girls in skirts, and not a whole lot of else going on.
With a body on top of it.
Also,
the
Gundam,
lattice
while
became
somewhat
a makeshift
interesting, took
sled
his whole
and
Lovecraft
flew off the
thing
roof.
way too far. Yeah, like, you didn't like the character, but at least he's memorable, is my point. The point where, for the most part, he was
It
just
went
an
through the
incomprehensible
wall that only
lunatic.
objects can pass through.
But when you
before
think about
crashing into the
Danganronpa 2,
chapel.
you're gonna remember Gundam. When I think about this game, I'm not gonna remember Samugi.
That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel. And
I
we
only
heard in the
remember her
mansion.
now because she's still alive, and it's confusing
Mew's
to me
wall
that she
hid the
made it
fact
this
that
far.
The mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and
Ibuki,
I
yeah,
were
you
able to hear
remember
the crash
Ibuki.
from the
She
mansion.
she was loud, she was bombastic, she was all over the place, everywhere.
As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof.
You
Because
don't
we
you
were
don't
at the
just remember
mansion,
her because
they
her
couldn't
death
take
was
the
tragic
stairs
or
they'd
anything.
be
You
seen.
remember her because she had life.
So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop.
I also think she died in a perfect spot just before the game transitioned into plot heaviness. Yeah,
hung
given
the
the direction the
toilet paper
game
from the
went,
binoculars
Ibuki would
on
have
the
been
roof.
out of place at that point.
And used it like a
That game
rope
was
to
very well
climb
paced.
down.
Even Gundam, who, like, the game started getting heavy and Gundam and Nekomara
Once
was
the
still
culprit
around,
was
and then it
safely on the ground,
got rid of both of
they
them.
pulled at the toilet paper to
And
retrieve it.
you were left with the people that
They
are,
would
like,
have returned it to the bathroom,
smart and
but
good
they
at
ran into
reacting to
us as
things,
we were
and that
leaving
was
the
who was
mansion.
left. And they made those two types of characters at least memorable. Sonya's
In
memorable.
panic,
Soda's
The
memorable.
culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby.
Obviously, the protagonist is memorable. Akane's memorable for the tits,
Without
but you
that
know,
one
it's-
little mistake,
what are you gonna do?
we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember.
Yeah, he was memorable, not denying that. Yeah, that's, I mean...
This is the
poor
truth you
Gonta.
forgot. Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
And that's the thing. Now they're killing Gonta, who I didn't really care about Gonta's character. He was another, you know, kind of whatever character. But he was
Gonta,
memorable at the very
This is
least.
the truth we've reached.
Whereas Tsumugi was
Sorry.
just...
Going to not
it's-
really understand, because going to not smart boy.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. Like, he was always kind of there as, like, the harmless big oaf, which I've never really liked as a character, but at least I remembered him, you know? And now this is just sad.
But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right.
Yeah.
Gota, trust everyone.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Gonta.
But why? Going to kill Mew, forget everything. Going to even think he not do anything bad.
Third game where the harmless giant dies in chapter 4. Who died? Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think Sakura and Nekomaru were harmless. They were giants, though.
And then Gota tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer.
Saying they were harmless is a stretch. Sakura definitely not. Nekomaru only died because, he dueled Gundam, remember? So harmless is a stretch for that. He lost a fight.
Why? Why Gota do such terrible thing?
Okay, just giant, yeah.
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's really not.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
I feel like we should go into that.
Is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already?
Okay.
What a buzzkill of an ending. It lacks the rush of previous voting time.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it?
Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
Not happy about this
Just
result.
as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Alright, I'm looking forward to one or both of your deaths.
You're even starting to look like a father.
I'm looking forward to her death more because it means an unborn child dies and I have to stop hearing about it at that point. Someone followed at that moment, huh? Thanks, Evax Liz. What a great time to follow. That's a quote that you'll remember forever, I wager. Thank you for the follow, you shrewd negotiator, you.
Yeah! I gotta get my act together for the baby.
Let's see this depressing bit.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing
Wishing
excitement
harm to a
as the
fictional, unborn,
blackened and the
incestuous robot
spotless
puppet
face
baby.
off. Yeah.
Boy, that's a sentence I just said. Anyway. Yeah, I think Kaede did it. Ah, God. Sorry, buddy. Really didn't want it to be you.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then,
Yep.
let's see the results.
Execution's next. The bit everyone turns out for when it's not the scrum. Let me guess. Somebody voted for, Kokichi over there. Funny that. Who could that have been?
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Not sure about Mekamaru. Sakura was definitely not harmless. I would say Mekamaru wasn't harmless. Probably Kaito. Yeah, I would imagine. Like, among other things, she's rather smart and is literally the only character in the one-on-one fight gave Monokuma a run for his money. Yeah, but then he, like, decided to upgrade himself in the second game, so that couldn't happen again. Clever bear. All rise for the class trial. Well, I did poorly, I wager. Buff characters are the kindest, but always die. Yeah, well, I mean, Akane lived, if you count her as buff, but they really like killing off the muscle guys. Or muscle characters. I got an A. Cool. I feel so great.
Absolutely. Let me hear your joyful voices. Let me hear your joyful voices.
Damn.
Kaito. Delivered with all of the enthusiasm of someone who's mislabeled their email messaging subject line. You didn't want to maybe use a different take on that one, guys? Damn. Like, the sobbing was great. That fit the tone perfectly. Then Kaito comes in like he just dropped his keys on the floor. Damn. Sorry, Monokuma, no joyful voices today. Thank you for making me laugh, though. Let's get on with this tragedy. Jeez, they're just moping around. They should be happy. Super happy. What should we name the kid? Good question. We should prepare 6 names. We're having 6 tuplets. I'm so happy I might go crazy. You said you'd liven things up. What gives?
Here.
You said you were going to liven up the killing game in the class trial. Sorry, Monokuma. No joyful voices today. None to be found. Upgrades or not, it doesn't change the fact that Sakura went punch for punch with Monokuma. That's true. That's true. Couldn't do a thing to her. He said it himself. Really kind of a jerk move to go ahead and drink the poison then, wasn't it? Maybe joyful tomorrow. You mean the day I'm not streaming? Thanks, 7-9. I appreciate it. Said I'd put the motive, the secret of the outside world, into the killing game. That was just a lie. It was a lie.
Was that?
He's laughing it off. You satisfied, Kokichi? I want you to tell us. What is the outside world? Is this the motive you gave Gonta? I plan to explain all of that, but it's more like, how do I say it? You guys are just going to assume it's a lie if you hear it from my lips.
I see.
Let's have Gonta explain.
Please stop.
Gonta doesn't remember anything. How can you explain? Then we should all go back to the killing game simulator. What?
Because?
Why don't we ask Gonta in the virtual world? Going back into the world is a much easier way than that pain-in-the-ass method. This feels hand-wavy, doesn't it?
Gonta's memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data. I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data.
He's hacking the mainframe! He's gleaming the cube! He's keenaning the keels! He's goddamn entering the matrix! That's the end of that bit. I cried when Sakura died, to be honest. She's one of my favorite characters, and that killed off made me really upset. Yeah, Alter Ego Gonta. Cool callback. Techno mumble jumbo. Indeed. He's defracking the hard space. Yeah, Sakura was, that was sad. That was very sad. Really feels like a wasted, kill. She shouldn't have done that, like, obviously. But, yeah, it was tragic.
Alter ego?
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space.
Her letter was upsetting. Yeah, it was.
If we listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
It was upsetting, and also shoutouts to goddamn Hero and Genocide Jill for goddamn beating the crap out of her before they left her alone in a room full of poison. She deserved better.
What this? What happened?
I guess she got better, though. She got a statue immortalizing her in the second game, eh? And there was that weird trailer for a beat-em-up featuring all the Sakuras and the giant Monokuma in the first game, that they're like, we don't have the budget to make this, so forget we made it. That was weird. I don't know why they did that. We need to watch the Cube trilogy. I don't really see how that would help in this situation, though. I forgot they made 3 of them, though. God.
What's that mean?
What sort of phenomenon is this? What did you do?
Hey,
Relax, Himiko. It's not magic and it's not a trick. Alter Ego Gonta is just a computer simulation. It's just imitating Gonta's thought patterns. It's actually different from the real Gonta. Gonta did not understand. Who is this Alter Ego person?
Now then.
See, it's even stupid like the real Gonta. Alright, way to be mean to the guy in his last minute of life. You can hardly tell the difference. Plus, he's got Gonta's memories from the virtual world, so he should remember what happened. Other Gonta, tell us. Why did Gonta kill Miu? Kill Miu? Why does other Gonta know about? It's unfortunate, but our plan failed. You can tell the truth now.
Oh.
Well, gee.
Gonta.
No could save everyone.
Huh?
Gonta don't know.
Why did you kill Miu? Gonta just wanted to save everyone.
That's...
What do you mean?
Gonta.
Cube Trilogy. Weren't there only 2 Cube movies? When did they make a 3rd one? That documentary about Rubik's Cubes. That was the 3rd one. It was a very weird tone. But, yeah, no, it is canon, so. Gonta think for a long time, how can Gonta be useful to everybody? Gonta not smart enough to help with trials, Gonta strong but not fight exiles. Feel frustrated, Gonta no could do anything. Gonta understand. Well, they're the same person, so. That's why Gonta think he have to do it for everyone's sake. Gonta think he gotta do it because everyone else not want to. So Gonta kill Miu. That's a weird conclusion to jump to while in the virtual world. To the point that, like, the time from entering the virtual world to leaving, he had this revelation and forgot about it? That's crazy. Cube, Cube 2, and Cube 0.
What?
What do you mean by that? I don't get it at all. Gonta's bad at explaining as always. Guess I'll have to help. If you remember what happened at the time... We shouldn't, if we want to prevent another murder from happening, I'll take that card. Then, Kichi used his little body to his advantage. Oh, the little scamp. You used the card? After working tirelessly, I finally found the door of the card opened. I saw the outside world. Lively new adventure. Is that right, phone? Thanks.
What?
That was Monokuma's motive? But why would seeing the outside world be a motive? I'll tell you guys in a second, but this is what I found about Miu's plan. And it hit me. If I combine the two, I'd be able to save everyone. What do you mean?
Hey.
Gotta listen to everything I say first. That's when I made the deal with Monokuma. If I livened up the killing game, he would let me use the outside world as a motive again. Again.
In other words...
Let me chime in. The motive keycard Kokichi nabbed was the right to view the outside world. Even though he saw the world, he didn't use it for the killing game. That disappointed me, but then Kokichi suggested we reuse the motive. He said we should bring back the right to view the outside world one more time. And I decided to run with the idea. I loaded a flashback light with memories of the outside world and put it in the simulation. Memories of the outside world and a flashback light? Secret of the outside world and the virtual world is...
You know.
And if it was in the flashback light, it would mean the secret of the outside world is part of our forgotten memories. What are you saying? Why would anything about the outside world be a motive in the first place? What's going on here? Can't remember? Okay, fine. Let's talk about the motive later. We have to finish this case up. Monokuma hid the flashback light in the simulator. I knew where it was hidden, and I showed it to Gonta in the virtual world. You even knew where it was hidden? That's not fair. I also love Gonta very much, and I hate the fact that Kokichi made him kill. It's seeming less and less like he made him, although he definitely is involved, certainly. I want Kokichi to die, but then I found out he was killed. I wanted Kokichi to die, then I found out he was killed. I was very upset. Poor Gonta. He wanted to just be a gentleman. I have no idea if Kokichi dies or not. Hell, he might get... I assume he gets out of this. All the other assholes do. Except for Nagito, but... Somehow I still feel like Nagito got the last laugh in the second game. It's a little late for that. Gonta was exposed to the flashback light. Yeah, when Kokichi and Gonta leave together... Gonta can watch Kokichi. Gonta, you're sweet. I knew you'd say that. Even without ridiculous physical strength, as long as your selfless courage, you make a terrific bodyguard. Didn't know that. Just thought there were 3 Dargas. Sorry, my English is still learning. Oh, you're fine. By all means. With you by my side, I know I'll be safe from any trap. Okie dokie, let's go. Wait, Kokichi? It's okay, leave it to Gonta. Gonta, keep an eye on Kokichi. Ah, poor Gonta. So, Kokichi was trying to lure Gonta off by himself. Only person I trusted with the secret of the outside world was Gonta. After that, Gonta got taken to forest near mansion. Is this flashback light? Looks like it. Maybe the secret of the outside... Boy, they keep saying that. That's become the new biggest, most awful tragedy in human history. We gotta tell everyone. Wait. Are you sure you want to believe a liar like me so easily? Might be a trap. Shouldn't we check if I'm lying first? I mean, I want to protect everyone. This is the perfect time to do it. Secret of the outside world. Protect everyone.
How'd this happen?
And then going to remember Secret of the Outside World, or Swa, as we'll just call it, Sua. But that just confused Gonta more about what to do. What can Gonta do to save everyone? Gonta no think of anything. Bad English or not, no spoilers. Well, I mean, bad English, I have no idea what she's on about. I assume she just, you know, typed something wrong. She's referring to how Gonta's dying here. I'm very dumb, keep it in mind. If he wants to save everyone, he should put everyone out of their misery. In other words, a mercy kill.
What did you say?
Is that right?
No way!
Was Gonta tricked? You were not tricked. Because when Gonta remembers Swa, Gonta think it would be easier to die. What? Remember what everyone said at the beginning, this academy is hell? Gonta agree. Academy that forced students to be part of Killing Game is hell. Everyone think they want to escape place. But if it's still hell outside, what do we do? What do you mean? Inside hell, outside hell, what should Gonta and friends live for? Everyone who died, what did they die for? It's hell outside and inside. Then Kokichi tell me, best way to save everyone from hell is to put them out of their misery while they still not know. Only one who could do such dirty work is Gonta.
Yeah.
That's right, it's the only way you can save everyone is to free them from this hell. If he is genuine here, and legitimately thinks the best course of action is to kill everyone while we still don't know the truth, I suppose the sincerity is at least refreshing. But still, that's a hell of a group decision you made for everyone. I don't know, why not just live here forever? That seems like a perfectly good idea. Gonta took on dirty work for us. If he had survived the class trial, he would have lived in this hell alone.
Get it?
I guess. Gonta took that role for us, shouldn't we appreciate him more? I still don't get what's happening. What outside are you talking about? It's hell out there, what do you mean? What did Kokichi and Gonta see? What did we forget?
Hey,
Hurry up and tell us or else we won't be able to understand. Gonta, what pushed you to do such a thing?
Please.
Answer, Gonta! Gonta no can tell you. Why? If Gonta tell you, then everyone will end up like Gonta. Everyone despair.
Huh?
Despair? Christ, they said it finally. A despair that makes you want to die. A despair that makes you want to put everyone out of their misery. So my English is that bad that it seems like a spoiler, not in a rude way. Well, look, there's a lot of people that have trouble typing in this chat. You're not alone in that. It's a common joke at this point. But I mean, all that is because in this case, it was not a spoiler. Yeah, no. I didn't think it was a spoiler. What I was reading could have been constructed as a spoiler because it sounded like maybe you were referring to the fact that Kokichi died at some point. But I didn't really interpret it that way. I figured you were talking about Gonta and just worded it weirdly.
But
Now we don't know any more than when we started. Which, given what you just said, that seems pretty likely, so. Now you know how Gonta and I formed the KGB, right? You can't accept everything about this case. You can imagine the rest. I love that I can say the KGB is involved in Danganronpa and be technically correct. I used Miyu's plan and turned it against her. I hid Gonta away from sight where Miyu and I were supposed to meet. How do you hide that guy? Alright, that's how. Kaido's not here. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I'm honored that you asked me to meet up. Is this a booty call? I haven't finished V3 yet, so I don't know what's gonna happen next. Yeah, neither do I. This is a first-time playthrough. I guess, yeah, just around the corner. Or are you here to kill me? Figured it out. There's nothing you can do. You can't resist. I made sure when I programmed your settings. I guess I'm in trouble now. Sorry, but you should just give up. This is my only chance. I have no choice but to do this. My inventions will change the world to make the world a better place. My duty as a genius inventor, I can't afford to die here. Sorry, Gonta, sorry. What's up with his... Why does he have, like, belt loops coming out from his ass? What's that about? Don't be sorry, Gonta. She was trying to kill me. She said it was for the world or whatever. That's just a poor excuse. We're doing this to stop a vicious cycle of misery. You don't need to apologize. Booty call with Miyu. They've always been there. Yeah, but you always see him from the waist up, so I've never seen them before. Gonta, sorry. So sorry, Miyu. I already said I don't need to apologize. We had to do it for everyone's sake. Oof. Grim.
It can't be.
Outside being hell still needs to be established. I mean, it's a Danganronpa game. There are certain logical conclusions I can draw. Secondly, Monokuma isn't just going to let them live peacefully in the academy. And thirdly, it didn't say you spoiled anything, just a fair warning about spoilers. I think no spoilers is a general rule in, like, every chat, right? Don't backseat, don't be an asshole, and don't spoil.
By the way,
Don't be a Kokichi, basically. If you're gonna type something and it occurs to you, this is something Kokichi would say, probably don't type it. You should know that it was Gonta's idea to slide the body to the chapel wall. Gonta's idea? Gonta went to roof. He happened to see Miu walk through wall. Gonta tell Kokichi and he think of everything else. Gonta gave me a chance. I like to think we make a pretty good team.
Stop it!
I can't type anymore. It's true, 7-9. Permanent timeout. What's good about that? You're the worst. This whole story, everything that happened. In the end, you don't plan to tell us a secret of the outside world.
Sorry.
Gonta no can tell you that.
Messing around.
Hearing that story, it sounds more like you were tricked by Kokichi. Gonta did kill Miu.
Sorry.
Sorry, everyone. Gonta's so sorry. Gonta planned to save everyone fail. Gonta not save anyone. Gonta just make everyone suffer more.
Gonta, idiot.
Gonta's stupid. How can Gonta call himself gentleman? Poor Gonta, man. He'll try to save us all from despair by taking on the sin of killing us. Seems extreme. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and not forgive him. I feel bad for him. I would prefer not to be killed, honestly. Let me make that decision for myself. I forgot to say call me Liz just in case. It was that or Ava, so it's Ava x Liz, so alright, Liz. Liz it shall be. But you reached for the truth and Gonta's plan failed. All of you could have been saved if you died without knowing anything. So you're saying it was wrong to fight for the truth. Yeah, it was. At least Gonta and I think so. Then what the hell was your performance during that trial there, champ? Should have all died ignorant. Gonta even killed Miu for that sake. Not for your shit, you made him kill her. Gonta is bad. Because Gonta kills someone. Gonta is a murderer, it's true. Call you Liz? Liz being short for Elizabeth? Sure, why not?
Everyone.
Liz could just be Liz for all I know. Maybe it's short for Elizabeth von Cuspington the Fourth. Yeah, it's just Liz. There you go. Everyone else fail. Gonta's sorry for being stupid. Gonta's sorry. He make everyone suffer. Gonta's sorry. Although I will say, Lizbeth von Cuspington the Fourth. It's a cool name. Consider it. But, respectfully, Liz. We don't need to apologize anymore. You're probably all thinking I should have taken the dirty work and not Gonta. Everyone hates me, so the role of villain is perfect for me. I mean, you couldn't have killed her, so no, I'm not thinking that. I know that. It should have been my responsibility. When I realized Miu was targeting me, I thought to myself, she must already have a way to prevent me from fighting back.
Suppose.
And in fact, you're right. She set up so she could paralyze you with just a touch. That's why I had to ask Gonta. You know, you could have just told everyone. Exposed the plan before it. Okay. Would have done it myself if I could. Okay, but you didn't need to push everything on Gonta to... Everyone, please, don't blame Kokichi. Please. Gonta. How nice can you be? You really are stupid sometimes. Yep, someone as stupid as Gonta could never be gentleman. We done yet? Monokuma's cold, man. You guys are just starting to talk in circles, so let's move on to the exciting stuff. The eagerly anticipated... I don't think anyone was eagerly anticipating that, actually. I'm gonna punish him. Punish me, too.
I know that!
I'm prepared for it. If you're gonna execute Gonta, then please let Gonta sacrifice himself for everyone's sake. That's all Gonta can do anymore. Promise Gonta, everyone forgive each other and be friends. Alright, I promise. Time to punish ultimate entomologist Gonka Gokuhara. I bet his punishment's gonna have gross, nasty bugs. He'd be fine with bugs, though. That's right, you don't like nasty stuff. No, it's not that. Oh, great. Oh, dear. Do I have to be here for this? That coming from Kokichi, others might not have believed it. I feel like Kokichi might be being genuine at this point. You pog at the worst time, 7-9. It's an art, almost.
A very special punishment.
Gonta!
I don't want this. Don't go, Gonta. Don't cry, Kokichi. Gonta's okay. Gonta not cry. Gonta's really not scared, but Gonta upset. He could protect everyone. You can't cry either.
Punishment time!
Oh dear. Gonta love you all.
Gonta, idiot.
Well, this is just depressing. I didn't come here today to be depressed. Where's my booze? Need some liquid courage to get through this. My own slow poison. Crown Royal. For when you're really sad. Probably not their slogan. Oh dear. Robot Wasp? B? Wild West Insecticide. Never needed to see that, if you can believe it. Really, actually, it's taking something away from this. He's taking it like a champ. Still don't need to see that. Man-eater bug from Yu-Gi-Oh! What are you doing here? They both dead now? Jesus. Alright, well now come on. That's extreme. Was that a twist? I don't know. Hold on. I wanna get the plastic off my slow-acting poison here. Never needed to see Kuma licking cubs either. Yeah, but that's just weird. The swollen pregnant belly's a fetish, so really didn't need to see that one. The licking cubs is just odd. This game doesn't shy away from rubbing it in everyone's face. No, it certainly does not. Let's have a little drink of the liquid courage. It actually does kind of look like the poison bottle that Miyu had, albeit bigger and full of much better stuff. Ahem. What a twist. Even I didn't see that coming. All of my cubs have been destroyed. Yeah, I didn't think both of them would die. That was weird. All cutscenes gone to waste. Cuteness, my bad, gone to waste. Phew, I'm feeling that alcohol after one sip. What are you talking about? You're the one responsible for this. Why would you do such a thing to your own children? Yeah, that's the takeaway, Kibo. Because lately they've been acting all buddy-buddy and neglecting me. I'm never getting the hang of this whole parenting thing. That's why? Doesn't matter. We don't have time to give them attention. I'm gonna walk away quietly and go mourn my dead kids later. So we're what's left, huh? Not terribly interesting, not terribly interesting, not terribly interesting, not terribly interesting. Best girl, and a robot. Not a stellar last surviving cast, is it? We don't know, we won't be able to understand or accept it. I can't accept it, Kokichi. What is the secret to the outside world? What kind of secret would push Gonta so far? You've got Kokichi and Maki as like the two most interesting characters left. Everyone else is meh. Kokichi, if you really cared for Gonta, explain yourself to everyone. I don't want to.
I don't want to, stupid head.
Did he snap?
Kokichi.
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying?
I think he done gone and snapped.
You're so dumb! I would never cry for Gonta.
What?
Because?
This is the actual truth back there. Gonta would have been real mad. That would have interfered with the game, so I simply lied to calm him down. I think he fucking snapped. The twist is, most likely everyone's alive. They did that in the second game, Dark Flame. See, as long as you lie for a good purpose, right?
Hey!
What do you mean, what really happened? Why did you make him do that? Obviously, so it wouldn't be boring. What are you? I gave Gonta an incentive because I thought it'd liven up the game. Come to think of it, if I actually wanted to save everyone like what Gonta did, I wouldn't have betrayed Gonta. You should have realized that.
Hey!
Why did Gonta...
Who cares about that idiot?
Yeah, I think he fucking snapped.
I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
Kichi gave us one of his creepy smiles. When I saw it, I finally saw Kokichi for what he really is. Malice. His entire body, nothing but raw, unfettered malice.
I am the supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it. There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it.
That's just the people want to watch the world burn speech.
And I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
Except the Joker was, like, kind of classy. You're 12. Shut up. Goddamn edgelord.
You?
Who the hell do you think you are? So for your own entertainment, you sacrificed Miyu and Gonta.
Dumb.
What's so bad about that? You kill people for money.
You bastard.
Someone like you has no right to call me Maki
You're
Roll.
gonna die.
You look so much better with a scowl on your face, Makiro. But hey, you guys are just way too trusting if you only had suspected me more. Miu and Gonta wouldn't have died such meaningless deaths. Meaningless deaths? Kaido screamed and sprinted up to Kokichi like a bullet. Sure, let him punch him. Genocide Bill? Excuse me? Oh, you know what? That's clever. I get it now. That took a second, but that's actually very clever. Dull thud resonated throughout our skulls.
Oops.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
Okay, yeah, now I see the little, like, leg straps on him. That's fucking dumb. Your outfit's dumb.
Kaito!
By the way, Kaito, is it just me, or are you way slower? Maybe, just maybe, Kaito is hiding something from us.
Yeah, you know what?
too.
You're like the first person in this chat to say it.
Guys, I agree with Liz. He's kind of a dick. Why do you like this guy?
I mean, don't get me wrong, he's memorable, sure. He's not boring, he's entertaining as hell, I'll give you that. But God, as a character, he's an asshole. I like him because he's a dick. That's weird that, like, he's not even, like, a fun dick, like Seto Kaiba in Yu-Gi-Oh!, who was, like, a dick, but at least had moments of sincerity. He's just kind of an asshole. He did, in a manner of speaking. If Kokichi ever snapped, it would have been when he was born or when he was conceived. Other than that, not sure when he would have possibly snapped. Death of Gonta was what I was arguing.
Kaito!
Maki's still the best, though. Kaido kept coming at him, and Maki glared at Kokichi with piercing eyes. Someone who claims to be bad at fighting, you're pretty agile just now. You believe a lie like that.
You bastard.
You really want to... Oh, shit.
Let's have more fun.
Oh, did I finally provoke you enough? Is it because of Kaito? Maki. What am I thinking? Maki wouldn't lose her cool for a guy like Kaito. He's way too pathetic. All bark, no bite. Let's face the ultimate astronaut's just a trainee anyway. Kaido never got to finish that provocation. No one cared what they had to say anymore. They all rushed to Kaido's side. Kaido, are you hurt?
Alright?
You stand. Do you need to lean on my shoulder? My MP's at 0, so I can't use any recovery magic. Yeah, just ignore him. He is an asshole. Yeah, see? Like, just ignore him. He's a small, whiny child arguing for attention, and he'll do anything to get it regardless of morality. That's all he is. He's a whiny, edgelord child. Admittedly, with some resources, I assume the Ultimate Supreme Leader has, you know, something at his disposal there, but, you know, yeah, he's just a whiny edgelord who wants attention. That's all he is.
Oh?
Hey, why are you so worried about this pathetic
That's
guy?
wrong.
Pathetic? Look at yourself. What?
No.
Kaido always has us by his side, but no one wants to be around you. You're alone, and you always will be. Talking about friends? Friends don't make the game more entertaining.
Oh, man.
Ah, boring. I'm no longer interested. I don't care anymore, but I will tell you this. The one who win this game is me. Hey, he's just a whiny edgelord. Go to Reddit in 2013. You'll find him there. He moved to 4chan after that. To be honest, when I first met Kokichi, I thought he was like 10 or something. Yeah, he looks like he's 12. He looks about Himiko's age over there.
Kaito!
Are you okay?
Huh?
Hey,
You don't look well. It didn't seem like he punched you that hard, but did he hit you in the head or something? I'm okay, it's fine. Now push yourself. You should lie down, and I said I'm fine. Tried to get up, but doubled over and collapsed hard. Hey, if Kaito dies here, we can just get rid of Kokichi, like, right away, because he punched him and killed him, right? That's how that works. Loophole. Got it.
What?
Kaito?
Blood? Why? What's the matter, Kaito?
Come on. Don't freak out over this.
Ah, it's just blood you're coughing up. Next investigation already for Kaito's death. It would be quick. Wouldn't be much of an investigation. Ah, someone punched him in the stomach and he's coughing up blood. Who could it have been?
It's nothing. My cold just got worse is all.
Yeah, I don't think that's all it is.
I didn't know that coughing
Could have
blood was
been
a cold
poison.
symptom.
Suichi's poison. Damn. Well, let's talk about it. What if Suichi's lab wraps around, guys? What if it's on a loop?
You're a robot and you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine. Just chill. I just coughed too much and cut my throat or something. I don't know.
Now, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's possible. As he spoke, he somehow got to his feet. He was already on his feet in that... Okay. I just need a drink of water. I'm gonna head back to my room. I'll go with you. Don't follow me. I can walk on my own. I don't need your help, Suichi. Kaito staggered off.
Well...
I'll go with him. It would be bad if he collapses on the way. Right? We'll leave you to it then. Don't worry about it, Suichi. Kaito is just stressed out. No, he's coughing up blood. That's more than stress. Why? Why did it end up like this? I thought I could help. I wanted us all to survive. I wanted so damn bad. I kept fighting for it, fighting for the truth. Kaito, cold, no matter how bad it is, would never make a person cough blood. I mean, yeah, no, it would evolve past being called a cold at that point. Unless you're Gomez Adams. There's reference to a line from that movie. Great movie, by the way. Watch Addams Family. He coughs up blood? Not like he used to. Ahem. One of Suichi's poisons could. I'm glad you understand. Exactly, yeah. Obviously, it's the poison.
Damn it!
Yeah, coughed really hard and cut his throat. What a rough... Like, air is fast enough. It can go fast enough that it would, like, cause a cut, right? Like, it would tear open skin, I suppose. There's no way a human can produce a fast enough cough that it would do that.
It's almost time.
Is it?
It's almost time. This should be enough. I'll end it.
Well, that's weird.
Now is the time. I'll end this killing game.
Could have just drawn a dick jerking off into my face and it would have been equally as helpful and meaningful. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. You turd. Alright, well that revelation dealt with, moved past. Thanks a bunch. Oh dear. That's going to be the end of the stream. I will be back on Sunday to stream yet more Danganronpa. How many? There's probably 6 chapters. I'm guessing one more trial and then the finale. That's usually how these go. So, probably nearing the end of it. I kind of like Kokichi because there aren't many other characters in this game that are interesting or entertaining. Like Maki, Karumi, Ryoma, and Kokichi are the only ones who are either. Everybody else is bland. Maki, Karumi, Ryoma, and Kokichi. Is that it? I thought Kaede was somewhat interesting. Miu is, well, she's real horny, but she's at least memorable. Yeah, Angie and Tenko were also memorable. They did a really bad job, not as memorable as, like, Karumi and Ryoma, but they really did a bad job killing off... Kaede, not really. Well, she could have been. I liked her well enough. More so than Suichi. But yeah, no, they really did a disservice killing off, like, Karumi and Ryoma in one go, because they were both very interesting characters. And then it's just, they're both gone. And then they got Angie and Tenko. And Kyo wasn't that interesting until he committed murder, and then he was fucking insane. But, you know, I guess that was always going to be his case. Anyway, like I said, I'll be back Sunday for more Danganronpa. Free time, I get to hang out with Maki, because I'm not hanging out with anyone else. No one else is worth hanging out with. I'm not hanging out with Kokichi, if you can believe it. I don't think he's earned it. Anyway, talk to you later, Shrewd Negotiators. Thank you, everyone who came out and followed, all the support. You'll love to see it. Thank you if you watched on YouTube. Love you all. Be good people.